Hello, everybody.
Woohoo!
What's happening?
I'm in a different seat today.
It's an alternate universe.
So, to those people on the podcast, my name is Dave, and I'm going to be the DM, GM, or as today is called, the keeper of this game. We are tonight playing Monster of the Week. It is a wonderful playset or rule set from Evil Hat Productions, and I have been looking into doing a Supernatural, the TV series Supernatural, style session or miniseries, and this is what we are going to be doing. Wonderfully, Monster of the Week is pretty much designed around many of those TV series that we all love, Supernatural and many others, and so we are going to be diving into our own little version of it and playing a little story. This is going to be a mini-series around 3 or 4 episodes. Hopefully we're going to hit that 4 if they don't all kill themselves. But, you know, never know. And then hopefully, obviously, if it does go on and you guys like it, we will then keep it on as a sort of a side hustle for ourselves, because we do hope that we're going to enjoy this. So, does anyone else want to add anything?
I was just going to say, let's be fair, Dave. With the amount we talk shit, it's going to be 6 episodes at least.
Yeah, actually, with the amount of stuff that we're going to go back and forth, I'm like, episode 3, I'm like, right, can we get to what I had at the end of episode 1, please? Right.
We've not even got to the main mystery yet. We haven't left the office.
Yeah, guys, can you please just fucking leave and go and get this thing, please? We are going to be going through it. It's a brand new system to us, so we are going to be kind of learning it along with you guys as well, and we are going to have some fun with it. With that said, shall we head into episode 1 of Monster of the Week?
I'm too excited.
Oh,
That was fucking incredible.
That was awesome.
I've only seen that for the first time. I have to say, you've overpromised.
Round of applause,
We
Dave.
won't be keeping
Well
no
done.
one.
Thank you.
Humanity is fucked. I can tell
I
you
don't know
that.
who's going to be thrilled by our horse shittery, but let's go for it.
I mean, all I can say is we've peaked, and that's it. So it's all downhill from here. So,
All downhill from here.
all right, let's set the scene. So, our setting for this mini-series is modern day, where no one believes or knows about what goes bump in the night, except for a few. In an alternate version of this world, in Great Britain, these 4 heroic hunters are an established team working to successfully eradicate monsters, spirits, and other supernatural creatures who prey on the innocent. A society called the Order of Timeless Light are an organisation devoted to providing knowledge, order, and sanctuary to hunter groups. On the night of the spring solstice, Father Jones, the priest of a small church in Upper Milton, is setting out his hymn books. When he's doing so, he hears a slight rumble, and the lights in the church flicker for a moment. Thinking nothing of it, other than it may be a lorry passing nearby, he carries on, listening to the hum from a hoover in the distance, as Mabel, the chapel cleaner, is working in one of the distant corridors. Suddenly, Father Jones hears a scream and a thud from that direction. He drops his books and runs over. "Mabel, are you all right, dear?" Running into the corridor, he sees Mabel collapsed in a heap on the ground, clearly dead. Rushing up to her, he sees her neck has been snapped. The music from her headphones are still playing. As he kneels over her body and realises that he can see his breath, and that the corridor feels very cold. Something at the end of the corridor catches his eye, and as he looks up, he sees a terrible apparition of this gaunt lady in Victorian clothes, pale, wrinkled and decaying flesh, all over her face and on her hands, with a maniacal smile stretched across her mouth and sunken eyes. The last thing he notices is a large black pendant on her body. As he stands up in shock, he looks away for a second, and when he looks back, the figure is gone. As the camera drifts away, seeing Father Jones standing over Mabel's body, with the tinny music from her headphones playing Walking on Sunshine. We return the following night to see 4 men standing outside the church doors after just knocking and waiting to enter. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Oh shit, that means I'm up first, doesn't it? Hello, folks. I am Matt. Tonight, I am playing Merrick Masters, the expert.
Well, short and sweet. Hello, and I'm Danny, and I'll be playing Wolfgang, the monstrous.
Hi, I'm Tom, and I am the father half of Homie and the Dude. And God, I don't even know if I want to be here. And why'd you call me Alvin on this? My name's Onyx Darkstar. And I'm the spooky.
Hell yeah. I am the 3rd member of the Bad Posture Gang who's constantly looking through their eyebrow, as you will have noticed from our fucking art, as we all just smolder everyone. I'm Bodhi, the son half of Homie and the Dude, and I'm playing Clade Constantine, the Spell Slinger.
Awesome. So this group, that was crew and group at the same time, that was impressive, are standing in front of the church, big oak doors. The rain is coming slightly down and it is very dark. A few minutes pass until from round the corner comes this hobbling man who you realise is the priest. And as he walks up, he goes, hello? Are you the ones coming to help me?
Glade, you're up.
Hello there. My name is Clade Constantine. We have been sent by well, I'm not allowed to talk about them, but we're here, and we're here to solve your problems. This is me and my compatriots, and I gesture to the gang who are posed in kind of like a trio position behind me. This is Merrick, the wolf, or Wolfgang, and then you've got
Onyx.
Mr. Depressed over there.
Do we have to call you Onyx all of the time? Can we just... Is that a thing we have to do? Are we committed to that
Cut
as a
the
group?
kid a break. Cut
Oh,
the kid a
right.
break.
Right.
Oh,
I have to say, I'm so incredibly relieved to see you all, and I'm sorry, he's currently trying to find keys.
You're the first person to be so relieved.
For the day I've had, I'm very, very grateful to see some, well, people who can help me, instead of just interrogate me all the time. I didn't want to be in the church at night, so that's why please, I'll let you in. He goes to let you in, and as he does so, beckons you all in.
Take off my flat cap, sort of shake it out a bit, put it back on.
As a question, am I allowed in churches? Or is that just a vampire thing?
Why don't you find out?
I mean, my character, not me generally, I'm not allowed.
We know you're not allowed. But in this role play thing, amazing things can happen, and you can actually enter a church.
As I step in, I take out one of my earbuds, leave the other one in, just kind of skulk in.
I will like pull off some like leather gloves that I've been wearing to reveal tattooed fingers that are covered in like this blue runic like writing that kind of runs down my hands and seems to like fade off, and then like kind of pop the shirt cuffs underneath my pinstripe jacket. Like, all right then, shall we get to work? Everyone knows their roles, right? Let's list off what our roles are. Merrick, you first.
Shut up, Clade. Let's just get on with this, shall we?
Okay, that sounds like a plan. I'll walk behind the priest and kind of follow him.
Dave, what do we see?
So as you walk into this into this church, you're walking into the main front area. So you've got a lovely aisle of stone and marble all the way down a good 60 to 80 feet. On either side, you've then got benches and rows of seating all the way down. It's currently dark in there, and there is a bit of light coming from outside from the street lights. It is, like I said, raining outside, so you're not getting much light there at all, but otherwise you can just see in here. On either side there are other sort of aisles, and there's lovely pillars. This is quite a big chapel or church, and right in front of you is the organ on the left hand side, just behind the altar. As he's beckoning you through, he's like, I don't know how you're really going to be able to help. Anything that I can provide is more than the information I gave to my friend. The police have been asking me stuff all day.
Why don't you start by just telling us what happened, and let's go from there.
Well, like I said, hopefully you got all the information, but of course. So I heard this thud from over here. Let's go this way. It was in the corridor over here, and when I got to, poor Mabel. I could just tell that she was dead. Tell me, what really can kill someone with such strength? Horrible.
Well, that's what we're here to determine.
You are strong.
Don't worry, I'm on the good side. Just describe, I don't know, what you saw, heard, smelled, tasted even.
Oh, yeah, was I did find it very odd. I mean, we do try to keep the heating on in here, and the corridor was very cold, so much so I could see my breath, and then this horrible vision, this woman in front of me. She looked. I don't know. She was wearing old clothes, very old clothes. A very gaunt face, and she had like a necklace on her. It's quite a big necklace. It's very unusual. But
when you say a vision, do you mean like in your mind or in the room?
Well, I don't really know how I'm going to know the difference to that. Really, I saw it, as in clear as day at the front of this, and as he walks you round into the corridor, he will then just point up the corridor. Right up there.
And
was so odd.
you would say you'd say they were stood there, like were they floating or I guess incorporeal?
I don't know if they were incorporeal. I couldn't really. As you can see, it's a dark corridor. So where you're standing at the moment, it's off to one side, and the corridor then is going essentially back on you, back down the side of the church. So there's light. There would be light where you are because it would be that would be where there are lights, but it's actually quite dark at the end of the corridor. Like I said, there's actually no lights on at the moment. If you did want to find any light switches.
When Glade says, "Was she incorporeal?" I'm just like, God, can't you just listen to what he's saying? She's dressed in dark, dude. She's like a goth, man.
I'm not sure that's what he meant, but sure. Merrick, want to chime in on your ward here?
This pendant you said she was wearing.
Yes.
Is there any more detail? Just a black pendant, or any specific details on it?
Unfortunately, she was too far away. She was about 20 or so feet away. Well, I was more distracted by poor Mabel here.
Is it
Now
still
for the
cold
weird
in this
question.
corridor? Sorry.
Go on, Dan.
Is it still cold? Is it still cold in the corridor?
As you walk in, it does drop a few degrees.
Okay.
Sir, it reminds
for
me
the,
of a lyric. Do you know The Cure? Like, there's a song in The Cure. They're just like, I think it's dark and it looks like rain, and that's just what's come to mind for me. Like, it's. Do you see what I mean, though? Like, you know?
What?
Yeah, like the vibe of it. Like, it's a Cure song, dude. This is a Cure song.
Do I need to put you back in school?
He makes me regret
Do you need
saving his
some
life
friends
sometimes.
your
I
own
really do.
age, or like?
Sometimes
Okay.
I don't understand half of the words that come out of his mouth. Like, what even a cure? Like, what
Oh
have
my
you been
God.
doing alchemy recently?
Oh,
You're not even old enough to know what a cure is.
look, you're not even old enough to know what cool is. So, like, can we just all have our own styles and just respect that? Because I've been pretty successful for my
Anyway.
age, and that's why Merrick, tell him, like, this is why, like, you brought me here.
Onyx.
And
Onyx.
Yeah.
Onyx. Just 1 minute.
God.
1 minute.
And you just
Can't
hear
do
like a throaty growl coming from Wolfgang when he said, I'm not cool. Because I'm cool as fuck. Look at my picture.
Padre. The slightly weird question. Let's get down to it. Anybody died or anything horrific before Mabel? God rest her soul.
Oh yes.
Anyone died here quite horrifically before Mabel?
Well, yes. There were some things about 100 or so years ago. There seems to have been there were quite bad riots around here. Gypsies came in and tried to rob the whole place. Some people did die in the process. It was quite the onslaught. A dark day for here.
Now, Dave, you tell me. I'm assuming, based on my expert status, that, and I don't want a metagame given how much I love Supernatural the same as you do. How much do I, as the expert, understand about spirits and how to get rid of them and those sorts of things?
The report that you were given by the Order did implicate that the information may or may not mean a vengeful spirit. And that is what you're here to investigate. You would also, therefore, be on that assumption, but in attempts to prove it as well. You need to, gather that information. If that helps answer your question.
I'll
Kind of.
slide
Let's
up.
do some more
next.
investigation first. Yep.
I'll slide up next to Wolf and be like, what are your your senses saying?
Do you think it's all right to use that here in front of him? Don't
I mean,
freak him
like,
out.
no, I mean, like, just like sniff a little bit, bro. Like, I was It's just saying like have a little like mosey around, you know.
Just
If you
distract
can
him for me then, and I'll have a little.
Father, now look, I've really been wanting to like get into like the practice of public speaking. It's not something that I am proficient at currently, and I just wanted to know, do you have any tips and tricks?
You can just hear dog chicken noises.
And I'll just turn the priest away, walk him back to like the main room, and just be like asking him about like public speaking.
That is absolutely amazing. I mean, first of all, so yeah, Danny, go for it. Let's do the first roll of the night for hilarity's sake. I believe you're going to be investigating a mystery, so roll some sharp for me, please.
2d6, isn't it?
Yes, 2d6.
2d6
Roll
sharp.
2d6, add your modifier from sharp, and that will be your investigating mystery.
I got a 7. No, 6.
Nice.
Good at maths.
So the kitchen behind you, you can definitely smell the biscuits.
Oh. Are we talking American biscuits or like proper like hobnobs?
No, hobnobs. We're in Great
sorry.
Britain, you know.
Britain,
good.
mate.
You can smell digestives, and you know, there might be a disgusting Oreo sitting by, and you know, depends if you like chocolate.
I'm a fan of
Caramel
Oreo.
covered digestives.
Those are great. I heard that, priest man.
I see Wolfgang move over to like try to check things out, and I just kind of push past Clade, and I'm like, "Excuse me, please. Can I just do some detective work here?"
I'm talking to the priest, so yeah, kindly go make yourself busy, and I'll push his head against the wall and like walk past him as I walk with the priest back into the main room. of
Yo,
the thing.
watch it, dude. Not cool. Not cool. And I
Would it be useful if I got the records of that time? I believe they're going to be in my office.
Do you know what? That would actually be really, really helpful if we can do that.
Yes. Perhaps someone wants to come with me. I'm sorry.
I'll escort you. I'm more than happy to walk with you. Let's chat about public speaking as we walk.
I go to where the spirit was last seen, and I just kind of walk around it, and I try to stand right in that space, and I'm like, yo, just give me a sec. And I cast premonitions.
Oh, into the good stuff.
When I do that, though, the way I cast premonitions is I put the other earbud in, and I turn the volume up on this next Cure song I'm listening to, but I close my eyes and I'm just doing this.
I'll take the safety off the shotgun.
So, do you want me to tell you what that is?
So I believe you're going to need to roll a weird, and let me know the outcome. So you'll
He's
be
been rolling weird since the start of the session, Dave, let's be honest.
I mean, we all have.
They see.
Yeah,
On
and
a sonic
at which
Sears
point,
in no
yeah,
Vision's
let
eyes.
me know what that roll's going to be. You're either going to get
Alright.
a detailed vision, or you're going to get a clouded vision with some bits that you know you're not going to quite be sure of. These things are going to be something that is yet to happen, that could happen, and if you roll on the miss, then unfortunately that is not going to work so well for you.
Okay, here we go. That's an 8. Do I get to add my weird? My
Yes, you do.
modifier?
Yes,
okay.
your weird
That's
modifier. Yeah.
that would be a 10.
A 10, fantastic. So, as you're standing there and you kind of describe to me what it actually looks like in Onyx's head as it starts to like vibrate into this sort of cloudy vision. And I'll take
So
it
I'm
from
seeing a band on stage, and I'm seeing like the lead singer. He's got a back combed like hairdo, and as I look through that, I go backstage. I like kind of go past the band, and then I look around and I can see the crowd, and I can see what the crowd is doing. They're moving in different ways, and as they're moving, I'm starting to see in that energy, in like the masses of the crowd, a vision come toward me as I'm almost embodying the lead singer at this point.
Cool. So as you do that, then you're on stage embodying that, and the CO2 jets fire out in front, and as it does, inside this smoke, it clears, and you're seeing these not blurred because it's quite clear. Actually, you did a good roll. You're seeing these clear visions that are flipping between each other quite quickly, and you're seeing people banging against doors that won't open. You're seeing items and things being thrown at you, at other of your friends. You're seeing a metal grate, and you're seeing a very even darker passage than you've been in before, something you haven't seen yet, but you're seeing the premonition of this horrendous creature, an apparition in front of you, this gaunt Victorian smile, horrendous smile on this woman's face as she flies towards you.
First thing that crosses my mind as, the doors are crashing, the items are being thrown. I think, oh, dude, is this a fucking underground rave? What's happening right now? And then I see her come toward me, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Who are you? Like, who are you? As I'm seeing her come toward me.
As she gets right up close to you and basically like blows through you, just come straight out of the vision again.
I open my eyes, take my earbuds out, and I'm like, yo, she is a ghost. Like, she's a spirit. Yep. You were right, Wolfie. She's a spirit. For sure.
What'd you see, Onyx?
I saw a crowd that was really, really fucking vibing to this song. It was like amazing. They're like going off and like starting to get into it. I didn't know if we were going to go into a mosh pit or anything like that. But yeah.
Onyx.
Yeah.
Let's get to the specific details, shall we? Like, I know you do all your other weird, spooky stuff.
No, it's cool.
We can chat about that later when we get home. But what did you see out here?
Yeah, so I go through the list: the banging doors, the items being thrown, the metal crate, and then I say, and then she came at me. I saw her, and she was like, I think I saw what he saw. And the reason I'm saying that she's a spirit is cause like there was nothing there. Like she came right through me, and it was like, oh, that's through me. Like, oh, like this is wild, kind of like that,
That's probably the only time you
weird.
felt something. I don't suppose you see the pendant necklace by any chance, did you?
Yeah.
You would have seen it, yeah.
And I say, yeah, I kind of reached out for it, and kind of reached out and recoiled, like I wanted to see what was up, but it was a lot of stuff happening super fast, man, and it was like, oh, this is intense, super, super intense. Just turn it up to way up there, right? That's kind of what it was, and then go a little bit higher. That's kind of what I was feeling. It was really, really whoa,
One thing that you then also noticed as that vision did zoom in on the necklace and on the pendant was it was a very dark ruby, and it was cracked right down the middle, and it almost was like light was pouring out of it.
And it felt like it was blood colored, man, and it was almost like red blood, was almost like, I'm not sure if it was blood or not, real blood, because sometimes I don't use real blood, when I like do stuff, but like it looked like real blood, and it was like, yeah, I felt like it was like coming out of it like somehow like in a real magical way, and I just think it's important to to just share that with you, because in my mind that was
So the gemstone was bleeding, or what?
it was like
Specifics
really
on
like
it.
yeah, no, like there was a red color, like a deep red color, like if you like cut yourself, and you just fucking you do that and it's fucking sucks and it's fucking horrible, like, but it's that color, dude. It was like real bad, and then like after that it like kind of leaked out of it a little bit in a like a blood leaking type of way. So yeah, I think it's important, because that was like really in my mind when she passed through me. Like, I'm just gonna say, Wolfie, fucking, I've solved shit like with these types of things. So Merrick, you can tell him like I've literally done that. So you don't have to believe me, but like that's what I bring. I bring the shit. So yeah, and then I step back and I like lower my head.
If you insist on me calling you Onyx, never call me Wolfie. And
Okay,
you
that's
see like
fair.
the hackles on the back of my neck stand up on end.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
Easy.
As
Can you translate what he said? Is that a clue or what?
Long story short, yes, I can. What we thought, or what Padre described as a dark pendant, is apparently a dark ruby sort of thing, cracked, either bleeding or something coming out of it. So I guess if we can try and find what that's got to do with anything, or who it belongs to, or if it was lost, if it's known about, artifact sort of thing. Maybe that's the first clue.
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
thing,
Do you think?
kind of confirmed, definitely spirit, so we need to make sure we
Yeah.
got the right tools for that side of thing.
Because part of my head was thinking like, is this a sort of church that does exorcisms? Is that what we're kind of dealing with? But I think that's been ruled out now,
No,
isn't it?
that's a fucking top question, because who knows
Is
what
it?
they've been doing in it.
Come on.
as
Where is
I'm
Clay?
walking
Is he still chatting
with
at the
the
Padre?
priest, as I'm walking with the priest, I would like when we get into the registry room, I would wait for him to like get the book out, and then I would like to like stand over him and be like, "So, Father, in the church by yourself at night, with a poor woman dead. Anything you want to confess to?"
What are you... Oh dear me, I've had enough of this from the police. Of course they believed that I was the one to do this, and you can't think it was me too.
Look, it's
Their
usually those
throat
who are
was
most
crushed.
close to us.
throat was
I've-
crushed. There's no
I've
way I could
seen-
do that.
I've seen crazier things, Father. Stop bullshitting me. And, my wolf friend, you think he's the worst of your problems. Just you wait. And as I say that, my irises almost turn to like this emerald green fire, basically, of my eyes as I look deep into like his soul with my eyes.
You really can't believe that I was the one to do it.
Well, if I find out that you were the one to do it, just know that I don't operate by any laws. That's why I'm with who I'm with. So,
Well,
I'll be
really,
back.
I mean, look, I was looking for some help. If you're going to be like this, then there's no point you being here.
Father, the only reason that I'm here is to solve your problem. If you don't want that problem solved, I'm happy to leave. I'll take my team with me, and you can deal with your ghostly
then
apparition.
kindly, do please see if I can... Look, here's the information. It's the best I can do. You've asked me these questions. Are they going
Thank
to help you
I'll
or
take the
not?
registry book from him, and I'll look at him and I'll say, if I find out it was you, I'll break your fucking fingers. And I'll walk out and take the registry book with
Do
me.
we hear any of this? Like, Wolfgang's got super senses. Do we hear any of this?
I mean, yeah, it's a open and cavernous place. So, if anyone, what do we think we want to roll for that one?
Is that another
Probably
investigate
under
type
pressure.
roll? Sharp?
Act under pressure, or
I think so. Yeah.
Sharp?
Let's go for sharp.
Yeah, because it could technically be reading a bad situation potentially.
Yeah.
He's about to kick in a priest.
That is like the worst roll I could have done. That is double ones.
Okay.
For a total of 4.
So yeah,
So I'm distracted by Onyx's bullshit.
Yeah, this amazing conversation between Onyx and Wolfgang. So yes, as Clade leaves the now broken priest emotionally, sitting in his registry library / office, walking back to the corridor.
It's a bit dark in here. I'm kind of over that. And I'm going to click my fingers as a flame ignites at the end of my fingers, and I'm just going to throw the flame to various different candles around the room and try and ignite candles around the place.
Yep.
Are we
know
trying to
there's
give
a
this priest
fucking
any
light
more
switch
trauma
on the
or
wall.
what?
Huh?
Well, yeah, you raised a good
Artie
point. Eric.
said-
There is a fucking light switch right there.
But there's a
Can we
fucking
try
light
not to
switch on the wall.
traumatise this man anymore? Or else
Yeah.
I've been through the ringer.
Look, why am I here if I can't turn on a candle?
You threatened the priest, didn't you?
No, I don't. What makes you think that? I was just doing the good cop, bad cop thing that we
sake.
talked about. Remember we talked in the car on the way over about good cop? Well, I
You
talked and you
need a
guys
good
I
cop
remember you
to do
talking,
the bad
yeah.
cop bit.
Yeah.
Well, I was like the good and the bad cop, so I think I
It
nailed
doesn't-
it, guys.
How long have you been around, Clade? It doesn't work like that.
As they're talking,
Gave me
I
the
walk
book,
up to
and
Campbell.
I hand Merrick the book, the register.
As he's handing the book to
I
Merrick,
will-
I go up to a candle
Go for
and
it,
I
Tom.
just start putting my finger through the candle. That.
This kid's got issues.
What the fuck is wrong with
So,
him?
Merrick, would you like to make another sharp roll for
Absolutely.
investigating?
I will. Hopefully, better than double ones on them. If not, these supernatural dice are fucking up. That's not bad. That's 9.
9. Brilliant. So, as you are searching through, takes you a couple of minutes. These are really not badly written, but they're faded ink. They are very all handwritten and all from well over 150 years ago. As you are looking through this, you do eventually find a page where it discusses the unfortunate break-in from these gypsies and the fact that 2 gypsies and also a member of the church congregation was killed. It mentions that this was one of the people who actually helped out the church on a regular basis, and that their name was Isabella Halpine. You do not get any other information about the gypsies. They were rather unknown to the bookkeepers of the time.
Isabella Kelpine.
Halpine, Halpine.
Like she's needing some help
And
with a
How
certain
does it feel,
thing.
Matt, to have names that are hard to spell with characters and stuff? How's it feel?
honestly, Matt, I feel you, because I was like, I'm just going to make a random name.
I like
One of
to
these
think 100
days,
years
we're going to
ago,
get Danny in the
this
DM's
gypsy
chair, and I'm going to be a complete prick.
This is why I can never do it. So I'll give you so much shit that it would just be, it would never work. Karma would be too much.
The last line of that entry mentions about the fact that Isabella was entombed in the crypts below.
Merrick, anything from that book? No one go check on the old guy. I think he's in the other room laughing. That's what that sound is, as you hear him crying.
Right, when
from
we're
the other
finished
room.
here, Clade, you're going to do the sensible thing. You're going to go find that portrait. You're going to apologise. We have to deal with enough shit as it is. Without, like, priests, when it comes to evil things, they can be a bit fucking useful, can't they? You piss them off, they're not going to help us again.
As I hear that the priest is crying, I'm like, Merrick, I can go talk to him. Like, I'm good with that. No,
Appreciate
but,
that, Onyx. Like, I
No,
get
but,
it.
look,
I know your heart's in the right place. Your heart's in the right place.
I mean,
Damn,
I
dude.
think the kid should do it.
As you're having this conversation, the book slams closed. It gets very cold in here, and the candles that Onyx are playing with blow out.
I just lit those.
Fuck's sake. Shotgun's out.
So, cool. What, Matt? You pretty much know what I would say. What have you brought with you and grouped the and provided the team to fight what you have been given possibly is a vengeful spirit?
So, if we're going off the lore I think you're going off,
Yeah.
and with all the shit that I've got back home, then I would be loaded up with salt rounds.
Yep.
I would have given salt rounds to anybody else that's got a firearm, but other than that, it's iron. I know my silver sword in this instance is probably going to be fucking useless, so that's staying sheathed. And the other thing we've got is just a lot of table salt.
Cool. So yes, for the rest of the group and for our viewers, we are going off a lot of this heavily from the supernatural lore. So you would know that a ghost is basically invulnerable to most things. It can only be hurt or harmed via salt. Rock salt does really good in sort of shotgun rounds. You can make lines of salt for it to not be able to cross over, and it may also it is also harmed by iron, whether it be cast iron or stuff like that. So if it's lightweight steel, it's not going to do much damage, so that's why you're going to go for like a proper raw iron, just pure 100% iron, and it will then basically be able to swipe through a ghost and it would just disappear. It will come back because it is still
pointless.
Pretty much. However, like you said, you did get a report sent with you, so if you did want to have arranged possible alternatives, then I would be more than happy for you to have something with you.
Could I?
Yeah, I imagine back home we've got things like iron wrenches or fire pokers. Yeah. Yeah, drenched in salt, love it.
Yeah, absolutely, wonderful.
I have
the
a
last
firearm.
The last question is did you all bring that in with you?
Oh, can I be
Of course.
Maverick for a second? Right, I've got claws.
Yeah.
Can I put them in? Can I pretend that I've put ferrous nail polish on, so I've got like iron filing nails?
Sure, why not? May not do much damage, but you don't know. We'll have to find out.
Nice gloss on those nails, Wolfgang.
I'm out emailing emo with my nails painted.
Just to add to the other shit I would have in the duffel bag or whatever it is, rucksack that's slung over my back, there would also be lighter fuel and a lighter in there as well.
Perfect, absolutely. The only way that, again, Merrick would know, in fact, would the rest of the team know? Or would this be something that Merrick would need to explain what they're going to do?
I will let the keeper decide on that one. I'm happy to explain, seeing as I've just read it, and yeah.
You would know, therefore. So I have said that obviously they are particularly invulnerable. They can't be hurt by much apart from salt and iron, and therefore the only way to kill it and get rid of it is
Right. We're about to get hit by some beastie boys. Beastie boys.
Beastie
There's your reference on it.
You gotta fight.
We
As
need
it
to
comes
find. We've got to find
Wolfgang, I
where
like
this bitch
it.
is
That's
buried.
the first time that you've said something that really we connected there just for that little minute. I really love that.
Is now really the right time, Onyx? The lights have just gone out. Talk about it later. We need to find where this bitch is buried, salt and burn the bones.
Yeah, I get it, but like sometimes when the lights are out, it's not a bad thing, you know? Like You can like lean into
I'm
that.
just gonna shoulder my 12 gauge double barrel at this point and just be scanning around, waiting. Onyx, get the fucking rock salt out of the bag.
Wolfgang,
Whatever.
go protect the old guy. I don't think he'll want me protecting him. Not because I interrogated him roughly or anything. Just
But
because I
because
think
you're a
he.
douche. I get it. I'm on it.
Okay,
I
that
don't know why I
hurt.
did that. I'm not crawling. I'm in man form. I'm not scurrying off like a dog.
Clade will walk
Pissing up
over
columns as I go.
to. Clade will walk over to a one of the pews that has like a little plate and some cutlery on it. There's some half-eaten gammon because we're in England on the plate, and there just happens to be a
Because of
salt
course
shaker next.
we have absolutely no food hygiene at all, and everything's just
That's the
left
only
out.
thing we do.
It's just absolutely
Turn into
fine.
gammon.
I
gammon everywhere.
I mean, I will say there is a kitchen next to you. I have mentioned about the fact that you can smell the biscuits. So if you did want to search through there or look for anything, then you can.
It was just where the priest was eating earlier, so I'm gonna go over and grab the salt shaker and the pepper shaker just in case from next to his plate and kind of like hold them up ready to like, like Morocco my
I'll
way
street
to
guys
victory
up, yeah.
is kind of my plan.
At this point, this is where Merrick is then pulling out of a duffel bag a 5-gallon.
I was just about to say, I've got one of those proper rock salt tubs, just be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Locked and loaded, ready to go. Wherever this thing's coming, I am prepared.
Drop
As
the
they're saying
table
that-
salt, take the fucking rock salt, and I'll throw it.
Merrick has
I,
more salt than Diddy
It
has
scatters and it hits him in the face. He's like, that's salt in my eyes. Why did you throw it at me? Oh God! And I will land on the ground as the rock salt hits me in the face and be like, and just start rolling.
As you all do that again, it gets extremely cold in here, and you start seeing your breath.
I go
Onyx,
up to
weapon out.
Yep, I've unsheathed my large knife, which was in my boot, and I've just licked the blade and then dabbed it into some salt that's next to me. But while I'm doing that, I go up to Wolfgang and I kind of like subtly unplug my my headphones, and you can hear this song, and the chorus is like, and the wind is blowing like it's the end of the world, and it's so cold. It's like the cold if you were dead. And I turn it up a little bit, and I look at Wolfgang, and I'm like,
Oh, actually, I love this tune. Give me one of them earbuds, and I'll put it in.
and then I'm like, fucking yeah, dude, like this is what I'm talking about right now. Like dark is not always bad. Like this could be decent, like, and I like go up and I like shoulder up next to Wolfgang, and I'm like, Wolfgang, it is, dude, forever, man. Like I'm Onyx, you're Wolfgang, and we're like, I think we're a duo, dude.
All right, you might have took it too
my
far. Let's
eyes.
just stick with the music. Baby steps, baby steps.
So, where are all of you going? What are you doing?
I'm protecting the priest.
Okay.
I'm looking for a fucking crypt.
All right then.
Oh, let's just. That's a very good point, actually, in the chat. I'm assuming it's a Bluetooth headset, and we're not at the other end of a.
Oh my God! Yes, of course you are.
Actually,
Nah,
having
you're
to hold
definitely
the
tethered.
hold it, like
Literally
next to you.
like Siamese twins at the end.
It's an old school headset.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'll
so-
give you it back.
You sure, man? Like you can listen, dude, as long as like it gets
I
me.
need my agility, man. I need my agility, but it's up here.
All right,
It's up here.
no, it's cool. It's cool. I plug in, and I'm just trying to do what I did with premonition, trying to kind of get some, instead of vision, trying to get a feel for the space and see if this cold is coming from any direction, or if there's anything else like infrared type, stuff like.
So, as you're doing that and as you're walking about, you suddenly start hearing the judder and skip of your Bluetooth headphones because something is now interfering with it. And as you look down the main aisle of the church, the ghost is standing right there.
Ho, ho.
You.
I pull out my knife and I hold it in front of me. I'm like, yo, just chill right second. Just chill 1 second, dude. No subtle moves on this end, no subtle moves on your end.
As you say that,
And she comes flying towards you.
Clade is going to stand up
Here's the
in between
fucking
you.
gun, boy!
Clade is going to stand up in between Alvin and the ghost with after rolling around on the ground, and is going to be like, ah! As he opens his eyes and looks at Alvin, and he just has the most bloodshot eyes after being hit in the face with rock salt. And I will actually, Dave, use a move which is protect someone.
Yeah.
So I'd like to protect him from the spirit, and I'm doing it kind of by accident, basically.
Lovely. Okay. That is roll for. Which one is that one? Roll for cool or
Tough.
roll? Oh,
I
tough.
believe it's
tough.
tough.
It is tough.
Yeah.
Yes. Protect someone. Indeed.
Fuck yeah. That is going to be that's going to be a 10. Yeah, my tough is 0, so that's a 10.
Fantastic.
And I will say.
Let's have a look at the protect someone section because I need to remind myself of it.
I'll just say that they come almost as they fly forward. I assume they would expect to be able to fly through people, but in that moment, this almost like a rippling, translucent wall kind of appears behind me. And the ghost just slams straight into it. The spirit slams straight into this kind of ethereal, almost, undulating energy wall that kind of appears behind me. And I'm also going to use my shield spell ability as part of this, which reduces any damage that I would have by 2.
Okay, cool.
Nice one.
Well, yeah, so obviously you rolled a 10, so you would get to choose whether you suffer -1 harm off what would otherwise be inflicted upon you. Would that be onto them or you? No, that is onto you. Inflict harm on the enemy or hold the enemy back. So you going with the barrier for holding them back?
Yeah, unless they're planning on doing 3 harm to me, then I'll do the suffer less harm. But if not, then I'll hold the enemy back. I'll just stop them behind me.
Cool. So yes,
Well, that's happening.
The two harm that you would have got, you have negated with your shield spell, and then you are then holding them back. So go on, Alvin.
Oh yeah, I've got my salted knife, and I'm like, yo, just easy, no beef here. No beef, we might be on the same team. Just nice.
You're trying to kill me.
And I'll back up to
At this point-
to Onyx.
Yeah, Merrick at this point is going to come in from the side and fire a shot.
And she disappears into essentially into smoke that very quickly disappears. You can definitely see that as the rock salt hit, there were sparks that went off, and she disappears. You know
dude,
also
stop fucking
that
around.
will not
I'm
keep
not
her
fucking
away for
around,
long.
dude. This is you're fucking around. We didn't need to do that.
Eyes.
There's different ways to do this, Merrick. I keep telling you, there's different ways to do this. You don't
Why did you
always have to
throw salt in my
blast your
eyes?
way through
You hear a
shit, dude.
scream from the office. What do you do?
Is that the office where
looking
I
at
am
Wolfgang.
protecting the priest?
As you're walking there, this happens. Sorry, Danny. So just about as you're about
I'll
to
fucking
enter.
sprint into the office.
Yeah.
Knife out, covered in salt in one hand, claws out in the other, snarled teeth, ready to fucking go.
Right above the priest is this ghostly woman. You gave them the book. What are you going to do?
Look. I know I've come here all guns blazing, well, swords blazing, but there's got to be a way out of this where a peaceful resolution, shall we say. You were clearly a victim a few years ago. I don't want to make you another victim today.
You are, as she waves her hand, you are thrust against the back wall and slammed against it.
Oh, bitch is going down now. I tried to be nice.
I will say that you take 1 harm from that, which I believe doesn't really do much to you. Something that you can shrug off.
And then with that, as I hit the wall, you fucking hag, and I'll just chuck my fucking sword at her like a spear.
Now we're in.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, you've thrown the sword at her, then, yeah?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so let's roll for kicks and mass on that one, I think. That is going to be a tough roll. So
9.
Fantastic. So as it does, it goes flying through, and very similar to that buckshot, it slices through and embeds itself into the shelf behind it. The ghost disappears again, and you have thankfully saved the life of the priest so far.
Right,
With the
hide.
fucking grip, with the fucking grip.
While we deal with this.
Where?
Where you keep your fucking ceremonial robes and shit. Hide in there.
Okay.
Sold the door!
Thank you. And when he hides in the cupboard, I'll put salt. I'll chuck some salt on it. Okay.
Fantastic.
Line of
Yeah,
salt.
no, if you would again know that if you make a line of salt in
his
front,
eyes.
you make a line of
It's
salt
literally
in
like
front of the door, and then he
Margarita at this point.
would be protected.
Yeah, and then line of salt, and then I'll put some on the room, on the entrance of the door as I come back out to the main corridor with everybody else.
All right. So, where are people looking for the crypt?
Just anywhere.
As people are kind of like, if there's panic and chaos going on, this is a place where Onyx is comfortable. It's dark. There's some weirdness going on. He is the spooky, and so he just slows down a little bit, and again tries to lock into like additional information that might be happening in the chaos of people running around, doors closing, and I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna use my hunch.
Yes.
Hunch it so. So when something bad is happening or just about to happen, somewhere that you aren't, roll a sharp. On a 10 plus, you knew where you needed to go just in time to get there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that sharp then, please.
All right. That is an 8.
Muted damage.
Sorry, that's an 8 and 2 is a 10.
A 10. Fantastic. So,
Nice.
You know where to go. You know where to go, and you're going to get there just in time. So,
Cool.
you think, why was the ghost first seen in the end of that corridor? Perhaps there was something down there? Maybe that way you might find the way towards the crypt.
I turn to Merrick and I say, look, man, we gotta chill here. Like, we gotta, like, really feel this situation. This is my fucking space, dude. And I'm saying we gotta go, not with guns blazing, but, like, just listen to me, Merrick. Like, fucking don't put me in the corner. Don't tell me to shut the fuck up. And fucking just give me some space, dude. If we go in that direction, with your gun down, you might find something.
I'll follow you, boy. The gun stays up. Because if she comes out and attacks you, you're going to wish I had the fucking gun up.
As
Find
I rejoin the group,
Do what you do
Can I-
best. Find the crypt.
can I retcon that I picked my sword up on the way out?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was waiting. The Wolfgang comes out. Where's your sword?
Shit!
Hey, you said, and that's fine. So that's no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is heading there first then?
I'm following Onyx's hunch. So.
Okay, cool. Yep. So as Onyx heads down towards the end of the crypt, you will find. In fact, again, Onyx, you're leading this one. Make an investigate a mystery, a sharp roll for me.
That is a 6. That's an 8.
An 8.
Nice.
Cool. You notice that the only place down here that's got a it's got one of those embedded rugs. It's like in the actual. It's like the same level as the floor. And you're like, that's cool. That happens in many churches and chapels and all places like this. There's no door here though, so that's a bit weird. And so maybe checking underneath it.
What are we doing, Onyx? What are we doing?
I am. At that point, I had the music turned up, and I'm hearing a lyric that says, "Every time I try to pick it up, like falling sand, as fast as I pick it up, it runs away through my clutching hands." And I'm like, "Fucking just chill. Just fucking chill a second. I think it's that. I think it's that way." And I point towards the door.
So yeah, there's
At this point,
I was going to say,
I'll turn
yeah.
and watch our backs. Cut the rug.
You mean me?
Whoever's got a sharp implement, cut the fucking rug.
Fucking,
I'll just go
I got,
with them with a big sword.
as he does that as I'm like in the process of pulling out my knife, but he beats me by a mile to get there.
You call
That's
that a knife?
sick,
This
Wolfgang.
fucking knife.
So as you then make that cut in it, and then you pull it open to one side, you realise that you have just cut a rug into 2 halves, and it actually moves apart. It's no problem. And you then find you find a wooden hatch, quite big, quite long, about 6 to 8 feet long, 4 foot wide, and it's got an iron handle on it.
I thought you were going to say it was a cavernous underneath it, and the swing of my sword took me, and I just fell.
Took you straight through. It's quite soft down here. No, you do find a trapdoor in the floor. So, who wants to try and open it up? There doesn't seem to be any lock or anything. This is just a very fucking heavy door, and that's how it stays
I
closed.
tried to not.
At the back of the group, I will be with Merrick and I'll be like, "Hey, I thought you said you were gonna let me take point on this one."
I was, but you started fucking around with the priest. So unfortunately, we've got to rectify the situation. Get your head on a swivel, look out for this ghost.
Look, I've been doing this for way longer. Like, when are you gonna like give me some
Really?
leash to like
You've been
actually?
doing this
I
for
know,
way longer.
I know the order put you in charge of me, at least for the time being. But like, when are you gonna like let me do it my way, Merrick?
Oh my God, you guys sound like
No,
my
for
parents
witnesses.
right now.
I'll growl, and I'm like, I'm fed up of your two arguing. Get the fuck down these stairs now.
Open the fucking door.
Whoa. The wolf's growling, and I'll slide past you. And as I slide past Wolfgang, I'll give him a little tap on the butt, and then I'll open the hatch door first.
I turn to Wolfgang and I say, "God, they
You
sound
just
like
give
my
it-
parents."
My legs started going when you did that. I enjoyed it.
Okay, who's going to try and pull it open?
Me, please.
Okay, go for it. That is going to be. It's going to be a tough roll. I'm going to go.
Fuck it. That's a 10. That is a 10.
Hey, there we go.
Shit!
Fucking hell, awesome.
Dude, just close your eyes and believe. And I put my earbuds in his ears.
I'll put my feet on either side of the door, and I'll be yanking, and then I'll realize that there's just one of those little like thumb tabs that you have on like garden gates in the UK, and I'll press that, and it'll just do the small little latch on the other side. You'll hear it like clink, and I'll just pull it like really easily open, basically.
Cool. So it's open, and there is a set of stone stairs going down into darkness. You cannot see anything down there.
Now's the time to do your clicky finger candle bollocks.
Right. Well, You know what? One day you're gonna use words that I understand. I don't know what a bollocks is, and I don't want to know, Wolfgang.
I'll show you bollocks in a minute.
I bet you. Bet you fucking will. Clay will click his fingers as he goes down whatever stairs are there, and I'll just like ignite my my fingers with emerald green flame.
Awesome. So as
Merrick
you're
is rubbing his temples quite obviously, just like, for fuck's sake.
okay, so Clade is going down there. He's heading down the stone steps into darkness, but as his flame fingers light it up, he can see more and more. It then turns a corner and goes round into a longer corridor that, again, due to his light source, he can see a bit, but it just, again, keeps going into darkness for a time. This may take a little bit of time for you to sort of adjust night vision wise, and with that little bit of light may help. Are the rest of you following?
Guys,
I'll be the last one
it's all
down.
clear,
I'll go down backwards.
but,
Yeah.
Come down quietly. I don't know what's around here. There's a corner with a hallway, and apparently hallways are where ghosts appear in this motherfucker. So let's maybe take it cautiously.
Do you want a cough suite or something?
It's called quiet whispering, and when you have a deep voice, Merrick, one of those things that actually gets harder to do when it goes quieter, but it's there.
I've got a
So
full
especially if you
pack of
have to do it for the next
strepsils in this
3
bag.
hours.
I don't know what a strepsil is, but you can strepsil yourself in because this is going to be a hell of a ride.
Nailed it.
So
and I'll start walking down the hallway, but quietly, Dave. I'm gonna try and do it like as quietly as possible.
okay, now I think that may require. Bear with me. It might be an act under pressure. Someone tell me if I'm wrong on that one. But I think you're going to have to, unless it's...
Yeah.
No, he's going to be that, or it might even be read a bad situation, actually. Yeah, let's go with that. So that is going to
that's a
be
good shout.
your sharp roll. Let's find out what you roll on that one.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Brilliant.
Nice.
Okay. Now, this is...
Okay. Can I? So with my hold 1, my question is gonna be, what's the best way into this crypt?
Okay, so... You're in the crypt, but you also know that you're going to have to find where they have been laid to rest. As you're looking down this corridor in the crypt, you realise that it does have these antechambers off to one side, and you can see that there are some statues in there. And right at the end, you can actually see a very tiny bit of light coming in on the right-hand side. You think that that is very likely where you're going to need to be going. You don't know where that light is coming from, and it's really not helping you certainly know better than the light that you're holding, but at least it is illuminating the end of that corridor. There's no other places you can see at the moment as you're walking down. Do you want to walk down?
I will place my back right against the right-hand wall, and I'll usher the others to do the same. As I'll begin hand gesturing to them, and I'll be like,
We didn't practice that beforehand. What's that mean?
I understand exactly what he's saying. As I
Look, he's trying to toss off a bear or something.
He's trying to finger bang a bloke with binoculars. I don't know what's happening.
Merrick and Wolfgang on the same fucking wavelength.
guys, I know they're like, these are universal hand gestures. These are universal. This is the British Sign Language I'm using. I will gesture down the hallway, and I'll be like, I'm gonna extinguish my light because I think there's something at the end of the hall. and I'll click off my light and just see if like our eyes can adjust to darkness and see if that light gives us a clear idea of where it's coming from or what it is.
Yeah, so
Surely Wolfgang's got dog vision.
Well, as I was going to say, actually, now we're in the dark, I will go into Wolfman form to use my other enhanced senses instead.
And so as you do, you definitely get the smell of that. It's damp down here.
What dog?
It's dark and damp, and it does smell a bit musty. You definitely get that from just the general nature of gaining greater, senses.
Can I smell Clay's
The silver sword on the other side.
Probably. It probably gives off a aftershave scent. And definitely that one of the three in the last 3 days has had a curry. You don't know which one. It's just.
Excuse me.
Whoa. Keep that for when we're out of the tunnel. And I'll walk ahead, salt shaker out.
Table salt shaker.
Fantastic. Okay. So as
Oh,
you
that's
head.
a good point. Can I salt the top of the stairs so if they get past us, they can't get out?
Sure.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Go for it. Definitely. Yeah, we can definitely do that. So as you get to the
Now
end,
you're learning.
then Clade, you see that there are, and you think this is kind of handy. There are a set of iron gates, sort of a mini gates, like a door into a little antechamber, where there then are 6 on each side, 3 rows of 2 of these areas where you see that the end cap is essentially an end stone, a gravestone, with names on, but you can't read them very well. So, what do you want to do?
I'll check if the gates are locked.
They are indeed.
Alvin, you're up. And I'll rotate, I'll rotate like we've done this many times. I'll like slide out and round down, like filter to the back of the group, and I imagine we'll all like slide up a space till Alvin is at the front.
This isn't like Clade. I do other stuff. Like, what do you mean I'm up? Like,
pick the lock with your spooky. Do it.
So I look to Merrick and I say, like, I don't practice this, Merrick. Like, I don't, like, this isn't my thing. Like, but like, if you want me to bash around and fucking try to see if I can do something, I can rattle a lock. But like, dude, I feel really, really like depressed by even thinking about that, man. Like, this is like, I feel like you
Get
guys
out
are
of the
imposing,
way,
like,
Onyx.
pressure on me,
Come
man.
on.
Like, this is like so
Onyx,
fucking
Onyx,
unfair right
just
now. Like,
turn the music up. Turn the music up. Just turn the music up.
I turn back and I'm like, Clay, that was uncool, man. That was very, very uncool.
Look, one day
At
you're
this
gonna
point,
need to
I will
step
grab
up.
Onyx's head and turn it to me.
Yeah.
While I'm picking this lock, if she comes down that hallway, blow her the fuck away. Got it?
Yeah, I need, what, you mean like with mine or with yours?
With yours.
Alright.
We've got the rounds.
Okay.
We prepped them earlier.
I reach into my kind of like a trench coaty like thing and I pull out a little 38 and I pour a little bit of salt into the barrel. I'm like, okay, fucking,
Well,
I
so
hear you,
that
man.
I would
hear
have
you.
given you salt rounds or salted iron rounds that you've got for that.
Okay. Okay, Merrick, okay, fucking, I'm good. That was still
my back,
uncool,
boy.
Clade. It was still uncool.
Look, I'm trying to make you more I'm trying to bring you in a little bit more. Like, you need to learn. Like, I know how to pick locks.
Thank you very much for the
Wolfgang knows how to
raid.
break down the door. Oh, thank you for the raid. Wolfgang knows how to
Hey, we're all
break down the
together.
door, and Merrick can pick one as well. So, I thought it would be cool to give you a try, but if that's not cool, I'll save it.
It wasn't like that.
Well,
It was
you
just like
smash it
pressure,
really
dude.
quick,
You're
though.
just giving me pressure, dude. Like, I don't like the pressure. Like, I just want to do it in my own pace. You know what I mean?
Is anyone looking
Right, what
down
am I
the
rolling?
corridor at the moment?
I'm looking back up the stairs.
I'm at the
as well.
gates.
You're at the gates.
I'm
Oh,
occupied
so
with
yeah.
Clade.
So Wolfgang, you're
I'm
looking
occupied.
looking back towards. The end of the corridor,
Yeah.
then, yeah? Cool.
The
She
stairs where
do-
we've just come from.
yeah. She does
shit.
reappear. Now, she does reappear this side of the salted line because she can just appear at random places. So she does appear there. What do you do?
Shit myself. So I'm startled, and then I'm like, guys! And then as I will charge at her with my salted sword.
Cool. Okay. Make an attack roll. Act under pressure, please.
Oh. Acting under pressure.
Merrick,
That's
get the door.
essentially
Merrick, get the
disadvantage,
gate.
isn't it?
Merrick, get the gate.
I will get to
was gonna
Merrick
say-
any minute.
I'm assuming I'm rolling the same, to be honest.
Sorry. Actually, it wouldn't be an act under pressure. My bad. It would be kick some ass. I'm guessing you would like to do
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you are attacking. Yes, go for that one, which is a tough roll.
An 8. An 8.
8. Great. Well, that is a success. So fantastic. Just double checking. And then Merrick, you are rolling an act under pressure, aren't you? Yeah. So fantastic. You, Wolfgang, you get to attack and swipe at her, and she will disappear once more. So well done, Merrick.
I rolled a 4,
covered it for
which
now.
means that's my
I covered it for
second
now, fellas.
experience point of the night. But
Hey.
yeah, I've fucking failed. So I'm guessing the
When
first
do you add
lockpick
experience points when you roll
snaps
shit?
when you roll 6 or less.
Yes, you do. Sorry,
I
I
rolled a
didn't
6
cover
earlier.
that one. So yes, if you rolled a 6, then
I get one. Okay.
those experience help level up in later times. So lockpick's not working. What that's you've got kind of bits stuck in there. It's a rusty gate. It's not very good.
At that point, hearing that, I'd probably step back and the butt of the shotgun and just try and smack the shit out of the lock.
Fantastic. Let's do a quick roll on that one with tough. Go on then.
Be better. No, it's not. I'm chucking these dice.
Does anyone
I
else want
just
to
got
go
these
try and
really
get through?
supernatural dice for this show.
I know.
And now I'm getting
They
ready.
are fucking crap.
After
Absolute
I have
crap.
slashed the spectre, I'm now just going to charge and shoulder barge into the door to try and open it.
Cool. I mean,
Smash
there's
through it.
other people in the way, so it's going to be fun. Go for it.
Coming through, bitches!
I'll move out the way and
Yeah.
shotgun down.
Right then, go on. Roll a tough for me, Wolfgang.
7.
7. Great. Yeah, so it's been twatted by Merrick. He's been fiddling around with the lock, so it does give way with that 7 and flies
Anybody else
in.
got the scene from Toy Story in their head? I don't want to use my head.
Absolutely. So yeah, it flies in. As you do that, she flickers into existence in front of you. What are you going to do?
Well, as I
front of it.
smash through the door, I'm probably
So
stumbling forward,
now
so
with
I'll
the
be
gates
on the
open.
floor in front of her.
Yeah. So you're going to go flying, are you, Wolfgang? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Roll under the tough form. Yeah, roll under the tough. It's another attack. Yeah.
No, what I mean is I've gone through the door.
Oh,
and
okay.
the momentum has taken me and I've fallen over, so I'm on the floor in front of the spectre. Probably.
Okay. So is anyone else doing anything? It's now appeared in front.
Facing the other way.
Merrick's facing the other way.
I'm turned this way, and I just aim, and I say, "It's for Merrick." Boosh. I let off a
He
round.
dodges.
Fantastic.
As
Roll
he shoots.
that tough for me then, Onyx.
There is a wry smile on Merrick's face hearing that.
7. Yeah, 7.
A 7? Great. Yeah, so it flickers away again and doesn't get a chance to attack or harm you in any way. Who wants to make a... this is going to be an act under pressure for you to now quickly find her.
I would say at this point, find the one that says Isabella Halpine.
Okay.
I would like to try to look around the area or deduce from the 4 encounters or 3 encounters we've had with this spirit, Dave. what is it that we're doing that's triggering her to reappear? Is there something specific that we're like doing that is triggering the reappearances?
How many times have any of you been up against spirits then? Let's ask. So for Clade, you're the one asking.
Yeah, I would say I've been around. I've been around for a century or so. So I would say I've probably encountered a couple of spirits, but haven't for probably about 50, 60 years. Been dealing with other things. A lot of vampires.
You would know that these vengeful spirits, or just spirits who have stayed long enough, they have they didn't pass on because they felt like they had something still to do. Either they were wrongfully, it was a wrongful death, they felt like they needed vengeance, or that they hadn't finished their work. So that can be part of the reason why they are still around. The other reason is they still have some sort of self-preservation. They are a soul. So you would know that, well, you're trying to kill it. It's been around you while you've been talking about getting rid of it, and it's protecting itself. The reason why it keeps popping up is you keep blowing it away, and it then has a bit of time to get back to you to gain the energy to reappear again, and it's just trying to stop you. That's as far as you can tell. It could be a number of other things. It could be that its purpose is to hurt you. You don't know.
Cool. Within that, Dave, can I ask, what's the time frame that it takes for her to get back to us from the thing? So I can give these guys an accurate amount of time that we have to get to this fucking sarcophagus and get this done.
It varies between sort of every 3 seconds she could appear to every 30 seconds and every minute. Especially now we're getting into the heated, like, she cannot show for ages, but this is now under contest. It depends, and it's dependent on how hard you hit her. So you're hitting her with the salt rounds and the iron, stuff like that, then she's gonna, the salt rounds are gonna hit harder, the iron's gonna swipe her away for a couple of seconds. Alright? Cool. You haven't got very long. Basically, I would say, and Merrick would know this, someone needs to keep it occupied.
I got the distraction.
All three, but you need someone to protect you guys, and you need the rest of you searching for the body.
I'm gonna distract it, and I'll kind of pull away from the rest of the group and just basically start being like, "Come on out, pretty little creepy ghost thing. We are totally like I would love to like chat or something like that whenever you get a chance."
Which way are you pointing? Are you looking in? Are you looking out? Are you looking down the corridor? Are you in? Whereabouts are you?
I would probably have walked into the room behind Danny, and now would just be going away from wherever the like sarcophagus is, or like sarcophagi or whatever is, and just kind of keeping it away from that to give these guys a chance to start pushing lids off of coffins. So
the easiest way for you to be able to draw it away would be back down the corridor. This isn't. This is a. Let's call it like a 10 foot by 10 foot room, and they say they're essentially in. You see that on these walls are these plates, and you imagine that they're where the coffins and everything are. Yeah, so if you want to pull it away, you'd have to pull them away like that.
Totally. Right. I would like to pull her away, and as I do, I'm gonna like hold my tattooed fingers up, kind of like in front of me and around me, trying to like maybe pointing either end of the hallway, just it prepared for them.
Roll a sharp for me then, please.
As he's rolling, I go to Merrick. I say, "I'm not sure if he needs help, but like, do you mind if I just go over there with him and like?"
I think we need to find the tomb. Find the tomb, burn the bones.
That's 11.
11. So what I was doing that sharp for was a read a bad situation. You do fantastically on that roll, and you realise I'm not going to let you. Well, you don't need to ask me a question. I'm just going to give you some information. So you say that, and then go, "Fucking cold behind me." And as you spin round, she's there, smiling, real cackle, and she just looks at you.
I would like to use magic
Okay.
And I would like to. I'll roll first. I'll roll first.
Okay, yeah. So what were you going to be rolling on this one then? So kick some ass.
No, it's going to be like straight up use magic. I'm not
Of course,
using,
of course.
Yeah,
So roll your weird then.
Yeah. So that's an 8.
An 8. Okay.
And what I would like to do, the effect that I'm looking to do, is to trap a specific person, minion, or monster in place. So I'm going to reach out my hands as almost like I like almost begin like almost performing like a grapple, like with my hands out in front of me, though I'm not connected to the spirit. And almost these like tendrils of like undulating energy begin like rippling out from me. As I'm almost using, like, think Star Wars The Force to, like, grip onto her, like, basically.
Okay. Just remind me of, just tell me what that does again.
So basically, with my 8, I basically achieve, it works imperfectly. I get to choose an effect, and you get to choose a glitch, basically.
Yes, what I mean is you. So you who was it? The hold creature or human was it? And other, what definitions was it that it also held?
Monster as
Monster.
well.
Okay.
Minion person.
Did you not roll
monster.
a 10, Bodhi?
No,
Did
I
you not
rolled.
roll a 10?
No, I rolled an 8.
No, it was an 8 on this one. It was 10 on the to notice that she was behind him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you realise that she can't therefore get any closer to you. Okay? Mm-hmm. So she does like butt up against this force, but what you don't realise is she can still telekinetically throw you as you get booted straight back the way you came.
Duck.
Take one harm for me there, Clade, as you're getting most of this harm from the wall that you slam into and less of the throw. So the rest of you are having this quick conversation as you see him just get flown backwards across the door into the crypt.
Find the crypt, find the crypt, find the crypt.
Distracting's going well.
Okay, who's going to roll for looking for that then?
Is she still held in place?
I'm going to say she is still held in place, that his magic is holding for now, yes.
I've still got a hand
The shotgun
out.
will have come up, but
Yeah.
I'll let
No,
you
no.
drop it.
You can't see it, she's down the road, but yes, no ghost comes forwards. Yeah.
Cool. I think it's Danny's turn to, or either Danny or Tom's turn to
Go
roll
for it,
fucking-
yeah. Which one of you want to
We're
look
all
for?
looking for the crypt, right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just looking for a name. It's it's just it's going to be difficult in the fact that these have been here for a while.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8, fantastic. Okay, so yes, you do then eventually find her on the left-hand side of this. I am going to remind myself of a particular mechanic that I want to find, and that is, and if anyone else of you have found it, it's basically the seeing if you've brought something along that you will need.
Is
which
that not my preparedness
It
thing?
might be your preparedness.
When
That's
you
maybe
need
what
something
I've-
unusualness or
Yes. Yes. Can you roll that one for me then?
rare? I
Matt.
can. It's a fucking sharp roll. Here we go.
No pressure.
Hey, that's a 10.
Fantastic.
Come on.
So Wolfgang, you point out that she is on the middle row on the right. Oh, sorry, the middle row on the far end on the left-hand side. You see her name. So you now have a big marble front in here. And I would say you're going to need to get inside that pretty quickly. Merrick, what do you think you've brought with you to get in?
I mean, I'm a big dude. I'm fairly strong.
Yeah.
Like, sledgehammer, and I'll
That's
just
the one.
chuck
Sledgehammer comes out, sends it straight to
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang. So, Wolfgang, you're now holding a sledgehammer.
I've
And
just chucked you a sledgehammer, basically.
I'm gonna
Hit you in the
do
eyes.
a gold. Hang on. Do I need to smash the top of the crypt or the side of the crypt?
it's a wall, and there's basically these plates in front. So you've got a rectangular thing that you're going to smack into. Yeah.
I am hitting a home run.
Yeah, fantastic. So you go smashing into it. Roll me a tough, please.
Ooh, 9.
9, fantastic.
Nice.
The first
Luckily,
first
that's my
hit
jam.
absolutely, smashes it to pieces. The bits are still there, but as you pull out the end of the pickaxe, not the pickaxe, the sledgehammer, the bits just crumble to the floor, and there is a wrapped up body. What do you want to do now?
What do we do now, Merrick?
First thing, Merrick is he pulls out sort of the lighter fluid and the rock salt, and then pauses for a moment. This is going to look weird. I'm going to stick my hand in. I'm going to start feeling for a pendant.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Got
you can
a
do that.
pendant?
You can also pull the remains out if you want. They're
I kind of
tell you
want
that-
to leave the remains in there so it's a controlled fire, but
Okay, yeah, no, good. Yeah, go for it. Roll for act under pressure for this one. It's
pressure.
definitely
I
trying
can't
to work
hold
quickly
her
on that one.
Much longer. Hurry up! Find that body.
That's 7.
7. Okay, it takes you a bit of time. Clade, how long does this magic last? Do we know?
Based on rules as written, as long as you so choose, Senor Keeper.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I would take it that you're creating a barrier across the whole corridor. Then, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. As I wasn't able to hold her in place. Yeah, it will be like this almost like blockade in front of her. Basically.
Cool. So you're holding that up, and she's trying to bump past it, and then you lock eyes with her as you go, swear that I've seen these buggers just go straight through doors and walls and shit, as she just flickers out of existence
She's
and
gone.
flickers right in front of you again, the other side of the barrier now, right in front of the door,
great.
Merrick.
Cool. I will then.
Face
if I
deep
can,
in a crypt.
You are?
I will.
So
I will combat magic blast her and just try and basically force push her back, basically. In
Okay.
The whole way if
Yeah.
possible. So,
While he's doing that, I'll just reach into my pocket and be like, just kind of without a lot of violence, just kind of sprinkle some salt in that way and just be like, kind of just throw it in her direction. Yeah.
You salt
Like
laying it.
salt bag. We were there.
So as those two things happened at once, Clade, you again realise that if she's incorporeal, then whilst magic may be able to stop her, it's not always going to do much to her.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and time it so that as Onyx does his little salt-based sprinkle,
Yeah.
my force splash.
It's my force splash.
Surely you can't be sure.
The conneries come out again.
This history has come out.
He's just gonna.
How's it feel, Bodhi?
It feels great. It feels great. It's so good. And just blast that salt at them, almost like a barrage of tiny pellets out of a shotgun, basically.
Okay, yeah.
As part of that force blast.
Roll for that, and as Onyx has provided you that salt, it is going to then be something that could damage her. Go for it.
Cool. That's going to be a 12.
A 12. Amazing. She flies back with this salt-infused magical wave, and almost you see like she's pinned against the magical barrier that you created as she gets slammed into it, and then again bursts into that fiery smoke as the salt bursts through her. That's done some damage.
Cool. As my enhanced effect for for my 12, I'm gonna give one forward to everyone else in the group. As I look at Onyx and I go, hell yeah, we've got this, guys. You deal with that, and we will like shoulder to shoulder, like combat stance. Me and I imagine Onyx is a lot more jaded, probably realistically. I'm in a combat stance, and Onyx is probably fucking jaded. I imagine.
How does using a forward work?
So you get a +1 to your next roll. +1 to your next roll.
So, Merrick, have you rolled yet? If not, I'm happy to give you that +1 to it. Or if you haven't told me what it was.
I've not rolled for searching for anything yet.
Search. You go and search away. Like I said, I think this is going to be an act under pressure because of the time constraints.
Oh, no, sorry, I did. I rolled an 8, didn't I?
8, but add the +1 because it's happening at the same time.
9.
So we're going to go with the 9. You do then find it, and with Clade doing what he did, he has given you enough time to find and search for it. You feel this.
It was Onyx too.
It's almost in the size of your hand. It's a chunky boy, and then you pull it out, chain and all. Yeah.
Pocket.
Fantastic. Great. The lighter fuel. As described before, that is yeah, very much so. But as before, that is a very, very crapped, massive ruby, and it looks very much like what has been described in the past. You get your lighter fluid and you start squirting into that hole like a good boy.
I like to imagine that it's like that thin Zippo one, so it's like the thinnest stream.
Absolutely.
And it's
100%.
It takes so long. You're squeezing so hard, but so little is coming out.
Is anyone else going to help him, knowing that
Need to get a better delivery system for this shit?
you all have again been told by Merrick that you need to salt and burn the bones or the body. So he's doing the lighter fluid. Is anyone else helping him? If you do, roll a help out, and we will see if this one gets any quicker.
Onyx, stay ready.
I'm with Glade, and I'm just like...
I'll roll a help out. So
You roll a help out. It's a cool, yeah.
8.
8. Fantastic. So yeah, you grab hold of a bunch of salt in some pretty beefy hands that you have, and you lob it in there, and you proper cover the whole thing. And then once you've covered it with both salt and the fluid, what are you going to do?
The Zippo comes out.
As you get that
flame
Zippo
for
out,
a second.
she appears next to the door again. No!
See you, bitch.
And as you do, she actually lights up in flames from the feet, and it gets very bright in here as she just bursts into flames and all the way up to her head, and then gone.
Now, when I say we salt and burn the bones, what I mean is we fucking salt and burn the bones.
Yeah, no,
That's my
him,
first time doing that. That was more traumatic than I thought it was going to be.
Everybody all right?
It gets so
Onyx.
much easier after you've done it for like 20, 30 years.
Onyx. That was
Yeah.
a fucking cracking shot, son. Like, top tier.
Thanks, Merrick. I'm not proud of doing the violence thing, but I guess that's part of it, and
I know.
that's what I'm here to learn, I guess. But thanks, man.
With these things, generally,
If it makes
You
you,
don't
feel
often get
better,
good,
I did try and
vengeful
talk her
spirits.
down when we was in the office, and she was having none of it. So violence was the only way to solve this, I think.
Yeah.
if they're still here, and they're here for a long period of time, like Victorian garb, wasn't it? So we're talking hundreds of years. Generally, by that point, they're a little bit twisted.
Well,
I mean, sometimes twisted is good sometimes, but sometimes it's not so good, I guess. And
Generally not with spirits.
you did good, Onyx, Alvin, Calvin,
You did.
whatever your name is.
Theodore, the free chipmunks. You basically did.
Amazing. Right, considering the time, I'm going to say that we are going to take a short break after that extensive fight scene. Well done, guys. You
Is that
have
the quickest we've ever solved a problem in the history of TTRPG?
Yeah, it's only been an hour and 45 minutes, and you're just absolutely marvellous.
I feel like that was just to set the scene, Danny. Like, don't over-egg it too much.
But you are fighters of the supernatural beings, and yeah, that's just well done there. Amazing, guys. Well done, because obviously this has been brand new to us. I hope you is still enjoying it, and will continue to do so. We're going to go on break, and then we'll be back where we can carry on and find out the mysteries as to why this even happened. We'll see you in a few minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Have you had a good break? Managed to stretch your legs? We did. I hope you're all enjoying our. Yeah, I hope you're all enjoying our play and run through episode 1 of Monster of the Week. We're loving it. It's really good fun. Really does. It reminds me very well. This is only my own personal opinion. It's very much like the Orbital Blues that we played before, with some differences. And I'm loving it. I am loving it. So I hope you all are too. So let's get back into it, where this. Band of fuckwits, let's put it that way, have managed to get rid of this ghost. They are currently still, one or two of you are on the floor, in a crypt underneath a church. So, what's happening now?
I hold my hand out to Clade.
Yeah, fire's still going. Fire is still going. It won't be going for much longer.
A blues from Mary fucking warming his hand?
Wrong game.
I've seen some fucked up shit in my 150 years, but that's some shit right there.
It's raining outside. It's cold. It's in March.
It is raining, yeah.
It is indeed
sorry,
the night
Tom,
after the spring
what were you gonna
solstice,
say,
so
Tom?
yes.
I reached down a hand to Clade, and I am like, need some help?
Thanks.
And then I pull it back. I pull it back before
Oh.
I give it to him, and then I'm like, stop fucking calling me Alvin. My name is fucking Onyx, man. And then I reach my hand out again. Sorry, dude. I just need to be respected, man. Like, that's the name I want to just be. Yeah.
Look, I get it. You're going through something right now. Like, it's a thing. And trust me, like, I went through, like, I'm at least in, like, my 34th or, like, something like that phase. And trust me, this too shall pass. And look, I respect whoever you want to be, but the reason that I call you your true name is because it's a respect that I have for who you are. You're not the mask that you wear, you're the person that's underneath it. I mean, Wolf over there, you know, he's not the creature that he is, but he is, you know, Wolfgang, it's like in the name, so it's like a little bit harder to distinguish. But like, do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it to fuck you over, man. But if Onyx is the one, then yeah, that's what it will be.
Yeah, I just didn't understand a word you said right then, but like, yeah, Onyx is cool, man. Like, Onyx is the one. That's the one. Cause I just, like, can you picture like Onyx, dude? Like, Onyx is like, it's black, but it's shiny, but there's like an element of like fucking like.
I do like Pokemon cards.
What?
He said Pokemon.
Oh.
You know the game where you capture creatures and then you make them fight each other in savage, almost to the death battles?
Is that
Why did you have to make it
with the
animal
cure?
cruelty? You've ruined Pokemon for everybody.
I did not. Nintendo did. Or whoever the fuck made Pokemon.
I literally don't know what you're talking about. It feels like there's a big old like communication gap here.
I'm far too
anyway,
old for this shit.
I reach out my hand,
but like, dude, we're all good. Like,
thanks, man. That salt thing was a good idea. To be fair, I did. That was some shit. Good combo move.
As he comes up, I'm like kind of so weak that I kind of come down, and then like put in a second hand and like bend my legs a little bit more. I'm like, let me try again.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you can lean against the wall. You know, he's up against the wall, so you give that to help him up.
Yeah, I need to work on my core. That's what like everyone tells me and stuff, but I don't even know why. Like, what's your core? Like, what? Like, my core is I'm Onyx, man.
Your core is darkness? Yeah, I bet. No. I was actually going to say maybe you should ask Wolf and Merrick for a workout plan. And I gesture to the forearms on Wolf and the shoulders on Merrick. As they are now stood like with us.
Mine's kind of a curse, so it's not really a workout plan. It's more just a genetic
Speak for
curse.
yourself, I fucking put the work in.
I mean, it sounds like the best workout plan if you have to not work out, but still look like that, if you ask me.
I can bite you if you want.
Let's. Yeah. Breathe.
I do have a silver sword here, and I will use it if I have to.
Yeah, remember the deal, Wolfgang.
Consensual biting, yes, I know.
Yeah. Only on a full moon can you, like, go ravenous, but as long as it's, like, not within a 30-foot radius of us.
As long as it's
That's why we've got
sexual.
the room, right?
Yeah, the room. Yeah.
Full moon, we've got the room.
Yeah, the room.
You got to learn to trust me at some point. I've got it under control now. I'm not going to go on a murderous killing spree.
Look,
I'd like to point out he's half wolf at this moment while he's saying it.
I turn to Clade and I say,
he kind of saved me, man. Like, I was pretty close to the dark side, like really like full on dark side. And
I'm a fucking hero.
I'm just like,
wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but like that was really awesome.
Wild. A hero?
It's been said.
You just aided us a fire in a tomb, under a church, and you're a hero? We're destroying property. We're literally breaking and entering and destroying property. This gate was locked. We did not have permission to come in here.
No matter what game system we're in, we destroy a church in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, good God.
Sorry.
Apparently we're anti-religion in Malt Magic, but who knew?
Look,
would you guys like to head out of the crypt now? Are you staying here? What are you doing?
Merrick, what's the next move, man?
as
Merrick has sort of been half paying attention and then turned around, ignores the quip from Clade, but takes out that pendant and just begins to study it. I want to see if there's any markings, runes, inscriptions, anything on this fucking thing apart from the crack.
Fantastic.
And maybe Clay can use his salty attitude to protect the room from other spirits.
Wow. That's just not needed, man. I'm here trying to do the work like you, brother. You're on the thing.
You turn it into Hulk Hogan the longer we go.
I take it, therefore, Matt, that you would like to do another investigate roll?
I will do an investigate mystery, yes.
Yeah.
I step up next to Merrick and I'm like,
That's the one that is that blood or isn't it blood? Is it just blood colored?
Does
That's
Matt have the
8.
Ford? Did you get the +1 from the Ford that I gave
He
everyone?
had used that one before.
I used that.
Never mind. My apologies.
But it's an 8.
It's an 8. Great. So,
Do you know what? I'm going to spend a luck point to make that a 12.
okay. Fantastic. All right.
Big swanging game. Luck point.
That's one of the night.
So,
I do like the luck mechanic in this.
Yeah.
it is quite good. Yes.
Game.
Spend a point, instant success. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
You have, is it seven luck points to use?
Yes.
And you go from it being empty and it's saying that you're okay, and if you run out of luck, you are doomed. It means that things start going real bad for you if that happens.
I mean, it's pretty roncy. Like, this is what it says on the tin. Doomed is in no way any ambiguity whatsoever.
You're doomed.
Don't underestimate being doomed, man.
Okay,
Like,
wonderful.
Doom has
So
its own style and
12.
stuff, and like its own music. It's pretty cool. Like, you need to like.
Doom is a
can't
great
wait.
game.
I
That was a
can't
great
wait to
game.
read. I can't wait to read Alvin's manifesto before he goes on.
Okay, so with that 12 roll, you use the light still flickering from the fire, and you quite clearly can see as you rub your thumb over it, you get rid of all of this stuff that's all over it. I suppose it's just been there a while. It's covered in dust, and that dust is possibly part of Miss Helpine. But you rub all of that lot off, and you find that on the edges it has this obscure scripture, these weird symbols on it, and that's over the metal that is binding the ruby, as well as actually etched. Certain symbols are etched into the ruby on the outside, and one big symbol etched, which is cleanly cloven through now as this ruby has broken. With that, you would know that this was a magical pendant. What its purpose was, you're not quite sure, but with a 12 and the fact that you have a law library, you would... Well, Matt, you tell me why Merrick would know the language that is on it. There is a specific language that I would tell you, but you just tell me why you would know the language I'm going to say.
Merrick's been around this job all his life. It's a family vocation of sorts. Descends through ancestors, so the library that has been built up at home is extensive. I've studied all my life to do this one job.
Cool. You have therefore read numerous books in so many different languages, and you have read ones that are in Latin, other ones that are in German, like a lot of the ones that from the original Grimm series books, and you've also read other ones that are more obscure derivations of Latin, and you would know that these have some unusual changes in the language that actually dictate more to the Romanian side. And you'd think, hang on a minute, Romanians were the original gypsies. You would need your books to read and understand it more, but in a dark crypt, that's pretty good information.
Merrick, what do you think's going on?
I think old Isabella here may have had a bit more in common with these gypsies than we originally thought. So,
were they the ones that tried to kill her originally?
According to those records, yes, they killed her, but who knows why? Maybe it was for this exact object, but I'd like to understand the script more, so we need to take it home.
Maybe we could take it to Todd L. You know, Todd L. The Order of Timeless Light, Todd L. Tot L. T-O-T.
You're not going to make that acronym stick. You've tried it loads of times. They get really mad at you when you do it. They like to use the full name in full.
But it's just so much effort and like time and wasted breath to say the whole thing.
Yeah, I kind of like Todd L. It's got like a ring to it, and it's like, and it's alternative. It's not the real name though, man. It's like a different name, and like it identifies more deeply as that name, and it's like the essence of it. So like, I think
Can
we
we
should all-
just like go check on the Padre, get home, then we can discuss this whole shit, like all of it. We need to go grab that book as well.
Yeah, let's is there anything else in here? Smells bad. Smells like wet dog.
I imagine it just smells like smoke.
Yeah. Overwhelmingly now of very charred smoke and remains. Thankfully, it doesn't smell of pork.
My arm hair is singed.
So, you all head back out and up the stairs, and I would imagine that at least one of you is courteous enough to shut the trap door, at the very least. Do you then go and find the Padre?
Try and pull the rug over it and just smooth it out. I'm going to go find the Padre if nobody else is.
Cool.
No, I'm leaving the old man. He did it.
Priests are always guilty.
Exactly.
Father Jones?
Hello? Is that you? He's in the cupboard, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's in the
Oh,
cupboard.
shit.
By the way, he's in the cupboard.
I'll open the cupboard door.
Safe come out?
We've dealt with that spirit.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe just lock the church for a few days and, I don't know, go see your mother.
Yes, no, I would be delighted to spend a few days away from here. Thank you. Is it really safe?
Probably for the best.
Look,
I'm 83.5% sure you're okay, but let's just err on the side of caution.
Well, then, well, I've always been wanting to go to France. Maybe then now is the time, do you think? A few days away?
Yeah, you you do that.
What's a Padre's salary where you can just hop up and go for a trip to France? That seems kind of wild.
You don't get into your 70s without saving a little bit, dear boy.
Hush money.
Look,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I will say, thank you so much, and I'm
Just,
so grateful.
Before you do that, though, we've got the book of records. Is there
Oh yes.
anything else? Anything else related to that time, the gypsies, any of that in the church library or the record or anything?
Do you have a hunchback who used to ring the bell back in the day, or the gargoyles that used to come to life?
I'm afraid that records were really quite light back then, and well, the monks really did just enjoy writing stuff down, and they were the only people who could write. So I'm afraid this is all we have. Look,
Awesome.
if I do find anything else, of course, be happy to send it to you. But I have also read most of it and do believe that is all it is. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Merrick.
Look, if you do find anything, send it to this address, and I'll pull out the address that is for the Order of the Timeless Light, rather than giving them ours.
Yeah, absolutely.
The PO box.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably would work like that.
Merrick,
Absolutely.
Clyde.
is it standard procedure? Do you want me to flash him? And you would know that that's a term
Why would he
used by
possibly
the
want to see
order.
your penis?
Well, I mean, he is a priest. You would know that that's a term used by the Order of Timeless Light, often used by a magical person to wipe their memory after one of these events, basically. Leave them back
Men in Black styling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like almost bring them back to a state where they wouldn't have to be worried about this.
Alright, I go to
yes,
Clade and
but
I
I
say,
also don't want them here.
I'm not a big fan of flashing, man, because like sometimes you want to just sit with those memories, you know. You want to just like have those around you and stuff, and almost make them your friends and stuff. So, like, I know flashing's a thing, but I don't personally use it, and sometimes that...
You know, when we get home, Onyx, we really need to just sit down and, like, give you some ice cream or something.
Right, everyone look away. And I will, like, cover my eyes as I, like, raise a hand, and I'm just gonna magic
give Mr.
blast him
Grove
in the eye.
my regards.
I'm just gonna blast him with magic that removes his memories of...
Fuck!
It would basically be... the memories that it would be is not the instruction to go to France. He would still go to France, so that would remain. It would just be the ghost section. Like, anything where the ghost was there or we were there. He won't remember our faces or the ghost.
So he knows
but
the
he'll
person
remember he needs to go
died.
to France.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Mabel
exactly.
died and stuff, just not the supernatural stuff. Right,
Exactly.
All right.
That's where
Is
that's
he
where
going
heading
to
out.
keep his
Roll
memories
for
of
that?
Grove?
A use magic? Did you say?
I was going to say, do you need to roll? What do you roll to do that, if anything?
It would probably
just
be
the
use
weird
magic,
roll.
and it would probably be big magic. Based
I would
on
say
the fact
this
that
is
it's
going to
not
be
on
a
the
big
list.
magic, and whether you have it.
So when you use magic as a requirement of big magic, take a +1 ongoing to those magic rolls. So I'm going to use my Go Big or Go Home feature as a spellcaster.
Sure.
So that's going to be a 9 + 2, so that's an 11
Brilliant.
on use magic.
Pretty
So just
much.
to raise the memory of a really important NPC, didn't we?
It was too easy,
sure.
wasn't it? It'd be too easy.
You know. Yeah, there we go. It happens. And
Good work, everyone. Let's get out of here.
As Clade casts this spell and the guy says, Mr. Grove, I just go, whoop, fuck.
What you said, hit him with the. You said hit him with it.
Why
Onyx
do I
was
feel
telling
like
me.
Mr. Grove would have been important?
Who? Who's that?
Maybe it'll be in the
supervisor.
records. It'll be in the records.
yeah.
You all work for the Order, right? It's the fucking supervisor.
You would know that Harold Grove is the is your particular manager,
Sorry, I
so
was
to
being-
speak,
I was
out
being
of
stupid.
the
think-
Order.
Wait, do you think he was a friend with our manager? And I just. Well, I think I left intact all the ones. Wait, excuse me, Padre. Sorry to waken you.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello. How can I help you?
We're just stumbling through. It's raining outside. Do you happen to know of a man called Mr. Grove?
Bear with. No, it's fine. Bear with. I do believe you're going to have to manipulate
When
someone.
he happens to own a butcher shop down the road.
Ooh. Manipulate.
You're going to have to manipulate someone.
Oh, I'm gonna have to manipulate him. Oh, come here, Mr. Priest.
You're asking someone
so
if they know the
sneaky.
name of someone in a secret order that nobody knows about. Hence, you're going to have to manipulate him to
He said it
give the
first.
answer.
He said it first.
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't know that now. He's now
I know.
forgotten all
I
of
know.
that.
That's an 11.
come on.
He looks the size of all of you. He's like, well, no.
We are his colleagues.
Oh, that's marvelous. How may I help you?
Just answer the question. That would be great.
Oh, sorry. Yes, the question was, do I know him?
Yes. How?
How?
Do you?
He's a good friend of mine. We knew each other at school.
Oh. At school. Okay.
And do you know
Well-
what? Do you know what line of work he's in?
Yeah, some sort of intel, as far as he told me. As far as that, I don't really know. He's not retired
Indeed.
now. Maybe he's retired now. I don't really know.
No, he's still part of the computer company Intel, as you said.
Oh, is it that?
Nice.
I must catch up with him more. Oh dear, I must have fallen asleep. It's.
Give him a ring while
Shall
we're in France.
we
Yeah.
France. Yeah, no, absolutely right.
You've got a trip to go on. Just
I do.
have yourself a cup of tea and a
Gentlemen,
biscuit.
please, after you and I shall lock up. I shall be. Thank you for finding me. I would have been here all night.
Enjoy the rest of your gammon. And I hand him a salt shaker.
And you went to give him a biscuit, Merrick, but they're all gone because they're in my pockets. I've come back trouser pockets are just full of obnobs.
Digestives, bourbons in there.
Really jacked jean pockets now. Like he's got an extra muscle in there. It's just a packet of digestives.
I will look around at all the salt lines and just be like, time to go.
Let's go.
The priest, Father Jones, will therefore just follow you out and then lock up the door.
As we get outside, I would turn to the group and I'll say, "Who's gonna do the? Do you want rock paper scissors for who's gonna do the paperwork on this one?"
Well,
You wanted to lead, Clay.
I'll just
Pretty
turn
sure
around
it's
and walk off.
your job.
Oh, now
I'm with Wolfgang.
Now you want me to lead. I see. That makes a lot of sense. Yep.
You've got the best memory, you've got that idea, photographic bollocks.
I hold my hand out and I'm like, I'll do it, Clay.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah. I'll do it. I'll do it. Should I mention that the Padre was probably lying just now? As I turned to Merrick.
Sorry, what?
He was a lion.
No, he was not telling the truth.
Telling yeah, I mean, that's just a vibe I had, but like it might not be true, but like he was.
Knowing Mr. Grove's real job, is that what you mean?
Yeah, you were there. You heard. I mean, we're like.
How convinced of this are you, Onyx?
Didn't you hear? Didn't you like? Can't you sense when someone's like?
I'm asking you. Your
It did
senses,
smell extra
your
sweaty, to be fair, actually, yeah.
I mean, I'd say like 83.5% that he was lying, probably. And I'd have like a really like cocky look on my face.
That's above average. It's way above average.
There's that moment on my face, which as a dad, you look at someone and you're there like, I fucking hate you right now, but at the same time, I'm so proud of you.
Mustn't laugh.
You're such a little shit, but fucking nice.
Okay, so you guys are heading back to your vehicles. Or singular. What?
I'm claiming the Land Rover Defender.
Amazing. Yeah.
Anybody else can have anything.
I mean, you can go with each other. You can just be one. It can be multiple. What is someone going to be on a fucking Vespa? I don't care. What you're going to be on though. We got to find out. Like
I ride in Onyx's Rush van. So he's got this van that has Rush paintings on the side of it, and I ride in Onyx's Rush van.
Is Onyx old enough to drive?
Okay.
No, but he's old enough to kill monsters.
Barely.
As he sits in the passenger seat, I hand him some earplugs, and I'm like, "Some people like to put these in. It's your choice." And then,
can the van have a cassette player? And you fucking put Rush metal on. Yes. Oh.
Who is Wolfgang going with? Someone got his own vehicle. What are we going with? We've got to make some classic vehicles. You're on a what? Sorry.
I'm on a Triumph motorcycle, following behind.
Absolutely love it. 2 o'clock in the morning, just waking everyone up in the area.
Annoyingly loud.
As you do.
So conspicuous.
And we drive off. Brilliant. So
I crank it way too high. Peel the tires.
You're a little shit.
Merrick.
You're a little shit, Onyx, but you have some good music taste. Let's fucking tear this shit up.
Hell yeah, dude. You're a little shit as well.
Just ignore the crusty mattress in the back of the van.
Yeah.
The posters on the wall. Yeah.
Philippides and angst in here is really unnerving, but that's okay.
You can smell the angst. Yeah.
So, who's taking lead and where are you going? Are you going back to like your places? Are you heading to the Order? What do you think you're going to do? What would be your plan?
Merrick's
right now?
heading back for the law library, but I don't know what everybody else is doing.
I imagine our lore library is in our like headquarters, which Danny was going to describe. Actually, he said to me earlier he was going to describe that.
Okay, right, just to save Danny this one. Just to save this one, because it's part of my character sheet.
It is
I
very
have
much
behaviour.
what Merrick
I know
has.
exactly where they are.
But there we go.
Go for it.
If you want to
then.
describe it, Danny, go for it.
Can I just say that we all have CB radios, so we can talk to each other while we're in our vehicles, like they do on Top Gear. So
Absolutely.
Roger.
yeah, we could do a bit of that. So I'll just go.
You would also know
Turn
that
the fucking
it
music
is-
down, Onyx.
Yeah, it is less prone to the interference
tired.
that you get in these missions. So very good idea. Yeah.
Clay's just holding
And
the thing to the radio. That's how you're hearing the music. He's just cut his thumb on to the radio.
But I'm shouting over the fucking music. Merrick! Fucking hell, Onyx, turn that shit off!
Click
Given the
I'll
records
stick
are a
my
bit
hand
light-
out the window, Wolfgang, and be like 2, as in change the secondary channel.
And all you can hear is engine noise and wind noise because I'm on a motorbike now. I know we didn't get much from the church, but if we want to find out about gypsies in the area, do you think census records from the time will help? Do we need to figure out more about the gypsies?
Like government census. You mean like that?
Yeah, they took records at the time, didn't they? What are you doing on this channel?
So nothing.
And I'll click back to channel 1.
Yeah. I think I just about got you. Yeah, do you want to... Well, time of day is it?
It's like 2 o'clock in
2
the
in the
morning.
morning.
Yeah.
Maybe head over to, I don't know, the council in the morning and see what they've got.
Right.
Do we
On to
want to
base,
hit up?
and then
Do we want to hit up one of your late night English establishments?
On the way, I'm a bit peckish. I don't know about you guys. Maybe a Domino's or something.
I turn
Let's
to
get
Clay
get
and
a
I'm like,
kebab on the way home.
turn to Clay and
There's
I'm
like
like,
24-hour Mackey's on the corner.
I'm a
That's,
wolf. I'm
let-
obviously going to want lamb kebab.
I mean, I'm not
Listen,
hungry,
shoot.
but like,
It'd be fucking
Played it
hilarious
for
if
up
Wolfgang
for it.
was a vegan.
there's
Oh, yeah. The tofu place
underground-
on the corner.
there's an underground EDM club like just down the road, dude. And they go all night. So like, I don't know if you're up for it, Clay, but like, we could
What?
check it out.
What does that have to do with filling my stomach with what sounds like an incredible Golden Arches burger that's going to be stacked with 2 patties, lettuce, onions, mayo, ketchup, and mustard? Please
I'm like-
explain.
I'm sure there'll be 2 patties in there for you.
I go,
What are you doing on this channel?
At that point, I'm gonna laugh, put the CB radio on, and then, I'm off home.
I pull out a little vial out of my coat, and I'm like, I mean, if you don't tell Merrick, I won't tell Merrick. And I hand
Oh,
him
good.
this vial.
Methamphetamines for the kids.
What are you doing on this channel?
I'm having private conversations with the clicker pressed down. Oh,
Sorry, yeah, I keep forgetting. You're right.
Get your
I
finger
go
off the
CB
button. Yeah,
radio.
why am I suddenly going American? Fuck it.
What are you handing me? Oh,
I'm just handing you a little vial that has a little tiny cork and halfway filled with a white powdery substance. And I'm like,
This is definitely spice, isn't it?
and I'm like,
yeah, pump up the
I mean,
tube.
that'll-
You're doing drugs.
I'll take care of your appetite. That's what I found.
I'll
And
take-
then like,
yeah.
dude, no,
You know,
like, no pressure at all.
You know, like I have like magic running through my veins, right? Like you're like that, like you're like mortal powders are like that's like not much, you know, like that doesn't really like touch the edges. You feel me?
It's all good, man. We can tuck it in early. Like
I'm not gonna push anything. Like it's whatever you feel. You know, it's like whatever
Look,
I
if you
feel.
want to
like-
drop me off at the McDonald's, I'm sure Wolfgang will let me climb on the back of his bike and like hold on, you know.
That sounds cool, man. I mean, I'm down if you're down, just as long as
Fuck
like
yeah.
cool.
Wolfgang, calling Wolfgang. We are going to be pulling over at the McDonald's. I'm going to need a backy on your bike. I repeat, I'm going to need a backy.
I asked for the handset.
Here you go.
Merrick, I'm gonna go check out some stuff with some friends. I'll be back later.
You've got friends? Sure.
Wait.
Don't be too late.
You got friends?
Yep. That's just what I say, like, cause you know, like, when you go into a club, it's like everyone's kind of your friend, even though like you don't talk to anyone. You feel the energy of friendship, man. So I just like, even though I'm up against the wall and I just like chill, and sometimes I dance really like in the middle and stuff. I consider those my friends, yeah. So, you know.
That's some wildly sad shit. I appreciate you and thank you for driving me. I hope you have a good evening, and I'll say nothing more to the beefcakes.
Yeah. Keep
I'll have
Beefcake
two
brother.
Big Mac meals, please, and a strawberry milkshake.
Have you ordered on the app today?
App? What? No, just fucking 2 Big Macs and a strawberry milkshake.
All right, drive to the next window, please.
Strangest
I peel
roleplay in a TTRPG session ever. Ordering your Mackie.
I am here for it.
I peel out, but
So
I
I'm
go
giving
over
you
like the
that
curb
space,
and like
right?
bump over the curb and like get onto the street and like kind of veer off and like peel out.
Alrighty
And as you
then.
get on the back of the bike, I'll be like, he's gone to do meth and dance to drum and bass again, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, lots of that.
Yeah.
Lots of
Yeah.
darkness, and I'll put my fingers up, and as I put them up, you pull away, and I like grip on and like, oh!
So,
That was insane, Dave.
yeah, thanks, you're welcome. All right, shall we skip
Top Gear moment.
to the morning where you all potentially, what, are you going to reconvene at Merrick's?
I'll be in the library.
yeah.
I'll have stayed up
Yep.
just reading.
Yeah?
Wherever our HQ is, yeah.
I mean, okay,
We'll have
well,
gone
do,
back
do,
to Merrick's, but Merrick won't be there.
well,
Oh
I was
no,
gonna-
I'm there.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, do you want to go back and research these now, or do you want to? Would you like sleep and then you know start catching up?
I'd at least go and find the books I need in the library and sort of place
Okay.
them and place the locket on top.
Yeah.
I walk in at like 6:30, walk past the library and just march up the stairs.
If I've got one harm, is that the sort of thing that it's okay to deal with, or do I need to tend to that?
No, you'd sleep it off. You know that was you got winded in the fight. You ache in the morning, and that is it.
Cool.
You were slammed against the wall. That was it.
Yeah.
Clade, who actually lives in the same house as Merrick, because this is actually Clade's generational house, as he's been around for a very long time, but he just lives in the attic and lets the next generation just move in and kind of live downstairs. So Clade will, after making a drink of something stiff and eating the 3 burgers that he ordered, will go upstairs, because using magic burns calories in this world. And he's going to go upstairs and pass out for the night.
All right, cool.
You living in the attic makes you a bit creepier. I like it.
Thanks.
We've yet to find the redeeming quality of Clade.
Seems to be a common
And
theme
that
with
from
my
the
characters.
GM,
It's so
fucking
weird.
brilliant.
And then what I'll do, I'll get on the sofa, walk in a circle 3 times, and then lay down and go to sleep.
Nice. I don't think any of us pay rent to Merrick, who is, or bills or anything, but Merrick is somehow covering all of us living in this.
Oh, there's one hell of a trust
Like-
fund.
Yeah.
One hell of
Oh,
a
yeah,
trust
of course.
fund.
Yeah, of course.
And then, of course, we get paid by Tot L, as apparently it's now fucking called.
Is it Totel or is it Tootle? Because there are two O's in there. Tootle, I think, is probably a little...
Doodle.
I'd probably just call them Twattle, to be honest.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah, that sounds about right. Awesome. Okay, so you say that you were looking for the books tonight?
I would do that first thing, lay them down, put the pendant on. In fact, do you know what? Merrick's the sort of idiot that would hit the books, but within 5 minutes is just...
Yeah. So he's got you know, you've fallen asleep in the centerfold of a Romanian spell book, and you're gone until the morning.
I go downstairs to go to the toilet at like 7:30, and I pass the library, and I see Merrick in there falling asleep, and I go to the couch and I pull up a little blanket, and I just put it over him, and then kind of back
over
down.
him like furniture. Like a fucking piece of furniture.
Yeah, and I just back out and then head back upstairs.
All right, cool.
Sounds like some sort of seedy porn film now, Dave.
It's like Adam's Family.
Yeah, that came
Adam's Family
came
music.
across wrong. So we'll move on. We'll move on because yeah, it's then.
I'm here for it.
So yes, you are then all convening together then, and eventually going through some literature then.
Yes. So, because of the law library, I do get a +1 forward to investigate the mystery.
Amazing. Now remind me what the plus forward
Nice.
will be. Is that gives to everyone else, or that
It's
you can use?
it's basically I take a +1 forward to investigate the mystery as long as historical or reference works are appropriate.
Fantastic. So that is going to be extremely useful for you now. So, do you want to therefore roll for that? And
Absolutely.
we'll see what information
As
you
sort of-
get.
I probably wake up, see that I've got a blanket on. I have no recollection. Anyway, yes. Flicking through the pages and sort of looking at the locket, and yes. That is... Investigate the mystery is what? A sharp, so that's 8.
8. Okay, so takes you a bit of time. You're not quite sure whether this is going to be all of the information that you want, but you do certainly confirm that it is what you expected or what you believed before. So it is a it is from a spell that was created by that Romanian sort of type of language. You do think that it's going to be from a couple hundred years ago, and that does line up with everything that you have found. The interesting thing that you find is that it's actually, some of the bits you see is like, well, it's actually for protection against evil. It's one bit that you get. You see that protection thing before. And you go, well, that's a bit weird. And there are a couple of other symbols on there that you will see, and you keep thinking, I know this is protection against evil, and the person was wearing it, so how on earth does that work? Reading further into it, you then find that it is that you see a passage in another book that you find, and it says, these symbols will help hold evil from getting to you or from getting out. You would surmise that this pendant was actually holding her spirit from doing anything all this time. However, it's broken now.
As Merrick sort of writes and also types away on a little like old fucking IBM power book, whatever it is.
You still hear the hard drive spin
clitoris
up.
mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tapping away on that at notes.
Did you say clitoris mouse?
Yeah, the little clitoris mouse that he's got, the little red knob that I have.
Where did you learn that?
That's what they call it at Microsoft.
Official part number.
Clade will come downstairs. Clade is an impeccably dressed person at kind of all times. His care for himself is one of the only things that he, really invests in now that he's been alive for a super long time. So he'll come down in his satin sleeping suit, which is a suit that is made of satin material, basically. It's like a pinstripe suit that has a waistcoat, tie, shirt, blazer, and trousers, and he'll come down in those pajamas and kind of walk in. Satin, yeah.
Definite swamp ass there.
and he'll walk in and be like, good hunting last night. How you feeling this morning?
Merrick's got a glass of whiskey from last night and just sort of... So I think I've figured something of the pendant out. Morning, by the way.
Morning.
Some
Has
kind
the
of...
kid put the kettle on yet?
What time did the kid even come in?
I don't know, but it's his job. He knows that. The morning, that's his job.
Just let him sleep. Like, it's going to be better if he slept and he's not cranky.
But I need my. Okay, fine. What were you
So
saying?
you know where the
Just
fucking
walk in
kettle
the
is.
room,
Like,
walk
it's
past
just
your
down the
wall,
hall.
just flick the kettle on. You'll hear a kettle flick on, and you'll hear that as I'm just making myself a coffee. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, fucking prick.
Whiskey for breakfast. So, back to the
cereal. It's fine.
I actually
back
come
to the
in,
important point.
with
Oh,
two
fuck
cups.
me, he's awake.
Rise and
I've
shine,
got-
darkness.
I'm wearing the same clothes. I put the 2 cups on the desk. I grab the blanket, and I just go onto the couch, curl up on the couch, and put the blanket over my head. But
Well, good morning
cups
to
of
you
coffee are there.
too.
Coffee. Cheers, Onyx.
Merrick, what type of
Parker did not stir that.
communication would you have with the Order? How would you communicate with them? You said you've got an ancient IBM. Would you be emailing them? Would they phone you?
I was going to say, I imagine there's still email. I try as far as humanly fucking possible to not speak to anybody in that order. Like, it's all written or emailed communication. I leave all of the talking and the verbal communication to Clade or any of the others.
Yep, fair. So Clade, how would you then communicate with the Order?
So typically, we have to go to what they call the Ministry, which is their kind of headquarters. It's where all operations kind of happen. And the Ministry is this like lush building. The way you get there, though, is there's like loads of these for those people who are not English. There's red phone boxes littered around the country.
Sorry, what I meant, how would they communicate you remotely?
They would, if they were trying to contact us and we weren't trying to go there, I imagine it would be something like, we have a computer that is like, so I'm imagining like the fireplace like hinges open, like bits fold out, like a screen like comes from behind the wall, and like this whole thing folds out, and then like this logo that is a flame encircled by 2 snakes eating, a snake eating its tail, showing that like endless time light. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that comes up, and then like this almost sound wave appears on the screen, and as it moves, it actually forms like facial features, but not enough that we could ever know who we're actually talking to on the other end of the screen.
That's fine.
It's our
Yeah, I
hand.
mean,
We're contacted by our handler.
That's fair. I mean, obviously, yes, you have been to your field base, Susander's field base. You would know that the way that the order works is there are bases throughout the UK and around the world where they pass this information, and this is where you work. They try to get you to work within the area that you're comfortable with, i.e. physical location, and it does mean that it does help you all provide a strategic area. You can of course take your own jobs and do your own research as you are doing. These guys are here to help provide that, and sometimes information that is useful to you and sometimes that it's not. So with that then, Clade, you noticed that the little red blink underneath the little sconce is going off, which means that someone's trying to get in touch with you.
The red blink is actually it's a British bulldog, like porcelain statue with a little top hat, and the top hat is the blinking light that's blinking red.
I love it.
And that's on the mantelpiece. And as that's blinking, I'll point to Merrick and be like, "Whoa, they're fucking on it early."
Yeah, that one's over to you.
Okay. And I'll press the button and it's, hinges open, just as various things slide into place. And then that screen kind of lights up, that sound wave appears, and Clade will be like, "Good morning, sir."
Sir? Well, you've never called me that before. Good morning, Clade.
Good morning. What's Papa locking?
Yeah, well, first of all, how did you get on last night?
We dispatched of the spirit that was harmfully breaking necks, followed by...
It was a spirit, then? Good.
Yes, it was, and I look at Merrick and start, mouthing, what was it exactly?
Merrick, at this point, is just going to sort of rub his temples and walk over. Yes, it was a goddamn spirit.
Morning, Merrick.
Morning.
Dispatched accordingly?
Salted and burned.
Yes, what he said. Salted, burned.
Definitely no remnants?
Other than... no, and Merrick elbows me as I go to talk about the locket. No. No remnants.
Okay.
Dealt with.
Yeah, any curiosity as why it suddenly started? Any construction nearby? Anything like that?
Still looking into it.
Oh, well, very good. Whilst you're looking into that, we have had one of the other field officers get in touch. One of their teams has gone dark. Hasn't responded. They might be... Well, they're closer to you than anyone else. We were hoping you might be able to go and look as to why.
Is this an emergency situation?
Well, I'm sure it's fairly routine. I'm sure that you're going to find them hunkered down on some sort of watch or something, or bloody hell, you might even find them in the pub. But, well, they've gone dark and we're not happy with that. So, we would like to know what's up with them, After all,
Reach out.
we want to look after you guys and all of the other people who are out there.
I reach my head out from under the blanket and say, sometimes going dark is taking care of yourself. So maybe they're just recharging and and I see Merrick and I'm like, just saying, man, that's
Merrick's doing the whole not now, just fucking not now.
So anyway, yes, if you could just pop out and see if they're okay, completely ignoring what Annick said. It would be good. So yes, urgency. We would like to know that they're okay. You know what? Well, you found what it was last night to be.
We might need to have a conversation about fees on that one. You know, my
I
general
was
modus
about to say
operandi
the same
is monsters, not humans.
Well, you know that you're compensated for anything that you do for us, and of course this pertains to it. You are
So
always
funds-
welcome to help and get help from the knowledge of the Order if you ever wanted it.
So the funds are in our account already, then, is what you're saying.
Well, now you've told me you have completed the job, all I have to do is confirm with the Father Jones, and just make sure that everything's been done right. You'll, of course, get paid.
Now, I
We'll head out
followed,
today.
I followed like really standard procedure. I did like really good, sir. You're going to be very proud. We did flash him.
You did what?
We you know, he seemed very distressed. He said that the police had bothered him, and we wanted to just make sure that you know, he had, you know, a chance to live a normal life. So Merrick told me to flash him. You're in charge, is what Clade mouths.
My
to
fist
Merrick.
is closed up, and I am this close to Clade's face, just like.
Clade, he was a family friend, you idiot.
You might need to send him through reallocation. Get those
Of
memories
course we're going to have to do that, Clade.
Sorry.
I will sort it. Anyway. Well,
How far
payment-
out are these field officers?
They're about, well, their last known location was about 30 miles from where you dispatched from. I'm sure that you'd be able to. I know it's crossing the boundary lines, but you are the closest, and we would like you to go and see what has happened to them.
Above table, Dave.
Yes.
As we are like you know, doing these missions and things are being given to us, I imagine in some way there's like a competition between like different hunters of like who's getting the like few. So I'll be like, what team has gone dark? Exactly.
It's one of the, well, it's one of the teams from one of the other field officers. I think
Do you know
have
the
had,
team name?
You have had the run-in on occasion. Look, let me...
Not the Chin Westers, is it?
It's not the Peaky Blinders, is it?
No,
How many shit references can we throw in right now?
send some more and I'll pick one. No.
The Man Vengers, it's not those ones, is it?
No, they're all doing fine. I think you have butted heads with them on a few occasions, though. So, well, just make sure they're all right, will you? I'll send through the details and exactly where they are. How about that?
Perfect.
Yeah, I guess. Thank you for your service, good Sir Keeper, and give Tootle our love.
For the fuck's sake, Clade, it's the Order if you have to shrink it down.
Because that's crazy, because Wolfgang was saying Tootle earlier, and I was like, that totally sounds silly. Like, that's ridiculous.
Uh-huh. Of course it was. Get on it, boys. You haven't got long. Click as it goes. And everything
you,
closes
Em.
itself up.
They are such assholes.
Right.
I mean, you
I
don't help
reached my-
yourself, Clade, honestly, but...
Reach my head from under the blanket and I say, I'm coming, right, Merrick?
Of course you're coming. That is if you're sober enough to make yourself useful.
Yeah, I'll be.
It's a good point.
I didn't drink at all last night, Merrick.
Really?
I don't think that's what he was worried about, and and is gonna gesture to like some white powder around the nose of Onyx, little polo, your little polo.
Merrick's
right
probably holding up a piss cup as well. Like, really?
We don't. There's not. It's not necessary. I just had a powdered donut on the way home. It's really not like. Are you like? Is everyone here like against me? Like, no one trusts me. Like, you need to trust me, for me to trust you. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, there needs to be trust in the room. Like powdered donuts. That's what they do. And like, I was hungry. Like, you guys had McDonald's. I didn't have McDonald's, so I went and got a powdered donut. And now you're saying that I did something like weird? That's not me, man. I don't do that.
You done?
Yeah, I guess so. Damn.
Right. Sit down.
All right.
Whether I trust you or not, all four of us have one goal here. And that's to make sure all of us get out of these jobs alive. We are going up against creatures that quite literally go bump in the night. All of those things that Daddy, when you were little, said, don't be afraid of the dark. You absolutely should be afraid of the dark. So if you're not on top form, that's my ass, his ass, and potentially Wolfgang's ass that you're leaving out to dry.
And he's got a thick ass.
I'm still in the other room, and I'm coming back in. I'm like, oh, it's one of Merrick's pep talks, is it? Fucking hell, right?
I imagine this is like a routine morning ritual where I absolutely berate Onyx.
So standard
Like,
right now.
berate Onyx. We get on it.
He comes back,
Yeah.
we do the pep talk, we get on with our lives.
Why do we think that Wolfgang is this massive guy who comes in with a mug and just dipping his tea in like this?
I imagine he's got nothing on as well.
Yeah.
Tiny mug. Tiny mug.
Oh, yeah.
Just
He's
sleeps
actually got a
fully in the
China cup
nude as
instead of a
well.
mug.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's, and yeah.
The pinky's up.
The pinky's up. He's even got the tray.
It's a
pink
ridiculously
lipstick
small
on.
china cup that I have to
Yeah.
hold like this. I'm dunking hobnobs in it, and I'm wearing just pants.
Fucking phenomenal.
Proper tighty whities.
Clade, you were the one who received the report or the brief from the previous one, and you receive another one on your phone, laptop, wherever you would receive it.
Is this in real life too?
It isn't. I'm afraid. Hey,
Checking devices.
I started panicking. I started going through
Oh
my
my
phone.
God,
I'm like,
no.
what did Dave say?
no. And it does say that it gives you the direction of where the last known location of this group, and it is with the group's name called the Singers.
Oh, for God's sake, guys. Look who we're fucking saving, and I'll tap my phone with my finger as I hold up and it says the Singers.
Oh, not these fucking twat waffles.
Literally. I don't know what a twat waffle is, but that sounds like a serious insult.
It's something you need antibiotics for, anyway.
Well, they're gonna need some
Look,
antibiotics
I know
when
that-
we're done with them.
I know they're
Yeah,
absolute
but just think of
weapons
the
at
gloating
times,
we
but
can do when we have to save them from stuff. Think of the gloating points we've got.
That's a great point. Then they can do an IOU, like they have to buy us McDonald's next time instead of like, and we like.
Yeah, or they
hold it
will
over.
owe Onyx some methylated spirits for his disinfectant hand gel.
I like
Oh.
them. Exactly, man. I connect with them
Look.
on a level that's like they're singers and like I like music and like they feel like outsiders, and I'm not saying like I do, but damn. Anyway, whatever.
Dobby Singer's a bit of an old family friend as well, so as much as we
Fucking hell,
don't
who
get
isn't
on.
a family friend at this point? Jesus Christ.
Did you say Dobby? We're having to help Dobby, the one with the
I'll
big
give the
ears.
man a sock and tell him to fuck off.
I like that reference. That's Onyx. Do you get that reference? You've seen Harry Potter, right?
Why would I see Harry Potter? That's for like normal people that
Oh,
like
it's
watch
way
all
too
kinds of
preppy for
mainstream
Onyx.
shit.
Yeah,
wouldn't even read
he's
Oh, I
tried to
forgot
read the
you were
book
watching. What were you watching the other day? Something like Note of Death or something? Some animated cartoon or
I mean,
something.
it's not as bad when I caught him watching Requiem for a Dream. That was a weird evening.
It's not weird, man. It's like those movies are like they connect. You know, you want entertainment that sings to your heart. You guys don't understand anyway. God.
He's more of a
Just
Takeshi's.
make sure you've
he's
got-
a Takeshi's Castle guy.
Yeah.
Make sure you've got your ammo. Restock. Get your blade. And let's get tooled.
Get
What
what?
do you think we're going to be up against today? What do I've literally got my claws, my teeth, and a silver sword. That's all I'm bringing.
I imagine just look, we've all got vehicles. Throw whatever we can in the back of the Discovery and we'll go from there.
Just
I turn to Glade and I'm like,
anything from around the house, just put it in the back.
Clade, can you just fucking operate on a semi-conscious level for 3? You're what, 100 years old, 200 years old, and you can't fucking figure out a job.
He asks a good point. He asks a great point. What are we going up against? It's like do I need
I
to
don't
bring
know.
like a silver
So
spoon
pack
or
all of
like
the
a silver
weapons you can
steak?
fit in the fucking car. Is it that difficult to figure out?
If we're going
okay, I'll
against
get all
Gypsy,
of the
what's the
weapons.
opposite of Lucky Heather? What do we need to combat that?
What
Hollow points.
Clade, you would
Fucking hell.
also notice on the bottom of your report, it does say the Order and other hunter groups are working quite hard at the moment. Something is going on, and we're trying to make sure that everyone comes home safely. We hope that means for you too. Let's find out what the hell just happened last night.
I don't like the word hope at the end of that message.
Merrick, as you're looking down at the broken gem pendant, and you think of the reading that you had, that you've been going through, the investigation, and you go, hell of a powerful bracelet that was. Locket and pendant. How the hell did that get broken? And as everyone's getting ready and Merrick is thinking of that, the camera's gonna zoom away to somewhere else. There's a car that is driving up a very posh driveway up to a big manor. As it drives up, it stops at the front, and this middle-aged, two elderly gentlemen, let's call him these, in his 60s, he gets out and he's in a tweed suit. He nods to the footman and he walks inside, and he turns left and he heads down the corridor of this great manor house. As he walks inside and he knocks on the door and shortly follows and enters in to find another gentleman in his 60s sitting there with a whiskey and a cigar, looking out over the dawn, over the fields. He comes in, sits down, looks over and says, "What, did it work?" And the other gentleman smoking the cigar takes the cigar out and goes, "Not without its complications, but you seem to have done it. Any fallout?" "Well, there's been some, but we'll have to see. Do you think you can handle it?" "I think we can. We must. After all, I want to see my son again." And we fade to black.
Shit, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is our episode 1 of Monster of the Week.
Can to Dave. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope that everyone's enjoyed it, and I hope that those raiders have enjoyed what you saw.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. You can tell that it's late and I'm getting tired now. Thank you ever so much for joining us, and those on the podcast, I hope you've enjoyed it as well. The standard likes and follows and all those things that you can do just to show your appreciation of what we're doing would be greatly appreciated. Has anyone else got anything to add? What's our schedule for the following weeks? I suppose let's get on with that.
Yes, so schedule-wise, next week we have another episode of Campaign 2, and then the following week we are going into a bit of a Campaign 2 recap as well, because we are conscious that we've done lots of episode and a lot of shit has happened, so we're going to recap that, just while a few folks are away as well, and then I believe we come back into another episode of Campaign 2 before finishing Spooky Season with a very special one-shot of Call of Cthulhu, which, as a spoiler alert, I will give you the title of that episode, or that one-shot, is going to be called Whispers in the Fog.
Oh boy. Oh, very exciting indeed.
So yes, spookiness continues.
Amazing. And episode 2 of Monster of the Week we're hoping to bring to you on the 11th of November, so put that in your diaries to find out what happens next to this heroic band.
Also, shout out to Dave, guys, because not only was this his first time GMing for Malt Magic, but this was his first time GMing ever, which to do not only with a group of jabronis who are gonna mess with you and fuck with your shit the whole time, but also to go so hard and to do it live on camera with all you amazing people watching as well. So big shout out to Dave for that.
Thank you very much, guys.
And while running all of this shit in the background as well. So everything that happens on stream is all Dave. So
I would never have dreamed of doing this without you guys, because you guys made it fun. And thank you ever so much. I love doing this type of stuff. And thank you very much. I do hope you've enjoyed my first time GMing, and I hope that we will see you for episode 2. Amazing.
Danny and Tom, the pressure's on.
Danny, you're muted.
Danny, you're muted.
Danny, you're muted.
The irony, I was just saying, have you enjoyed it, Dave? Because we are fucking hard work.
No, I really have. I really have. And again, like behind the curtain, it was one of those things that I needed to make sure that I had enough content for you. We've got through a third of what I got ready for episode 1, so this is awesome because it means I have to create less.
For 3 episodes.
It's amazing. It's brilliant. It's just meant that I've actually inadvertently also done the content for episode 2. So thank you very much, guys. No, really appreciate it, and actually. Like it really helps that you guys are just happy to go along with the RP. It definitely makes it easier. So thank you.
And just to tamper expectations, Matt, we will not make this level of progress next week. Okay. normal
service will resume.
Normal service resumes. Yeah, it's fine. More bullshit next week. It's all good. Yeah.
Thank you ever so much for joining us, guys. We really appreciate it, and have a wonderful night. We will see you next week.
Peace out.